We're gonna miss that when Gotchard's over.
Yeah, probably, unless Gavv gives us something to work with. It probably won't. I don't know. It could just be like dude just munching on a bag of chips or something.
Yum.
That's it. Just
it can be a
that. I can see what you can do with that.
It's something. It's something. No, Mark, no idea. I sent him a message. I sent everybody pretty much a message because, of course, being MIA for about 2 weeks now, it's like, don't know who would show up. So let me just remind folks. It's like, hey, we're actually still doing this today. So with that being said, it's been 2 weeks, technically 3 for y'all because like the stream I basket was like me by myself until Mark dropped in until like the very, very last bit. So I actually did do a solo stream on TokuTonic until Mark showed up near the end. So hey, but yes, Ash, what have you been up to these last few weeks?
Busy with work, new PC, so I've been playing Baldur's Gate 3. Nice. It's become my new addiction. And apart from that, work, Toku, other stuff. If we touch into the docket, I'll talk about more places where Toku is streaming. But yeah, just same old work, gaming, Toku, eat, sleep, all that stuff.
I like it.
Good.
Yeah. All the essentials.
And Cloudy, what you been up to?
I've been single-handedly beating every single player on the East Coast in Smash Bros. And I mean that quite literally. Okay. For those of you who don't know, I only have one use of hand at the moment.
Did I go too hard on Takahashi with my Gotchard?
Apparently. So I went rock climbing last weekend. And little did I know, this guy decides to drop on Monday a fucking video about Takahashi and his writing. And I'm like, okay, I didn't know that ahead of time. So I was like, this is kind of a fun coincidence. I broke my wrist rock climbing over the weekend. Cool. See Zio's video. Bitch, I hate you.
It makes sense. It makes perfect sense. Exactly why.
It's weird how that happens. Stop it. I keep telling people, stop it.
Look, there shouldn't have been no outsiders in my Gotchard. It's like, get your outsiders off my Gotchard. Make Gotchard good. Just make it good. There's no making Gotchard good again. It's just make Gotchard good. But not by throwing
like that.
Not by throwing some outsiders in here. Not by throwing in some Takahashi BS. Nah, we don't need it. Your hand will recover. Ride Commons just came out. Mikey with the $2 out here saying, glad to have you guys back.
By the way, on the East Coast, I'm just gonna there's a bunch of Pyramid Myth remains like nonstop. That's basically all you see online.
Nice.
No, it's not. It reminds me of having to play John every day.
Get that Xenoblade hype back on here.
Xenoblade 4, the next Toku Direct? Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, Nintendo is having a Direct in June, so...
Yeah, come on. Drop hints, maybe?
Give me a hype-ass trailer that I can try and rip off again for another movie that I'm making.
We're in June now. Holy crap. We'll see that soon.
Halfway through the year already.
Yep. Though they said it's going to be the pretty much the last for what they have to offer for the Switch before we finally get that Switch 2. God, I've been waiting so damn long. Long overdue.
What's it going to look like? Or is the hardware exactly the same? Is it just a hardware shift and it's exactly the same?
Welcome to TokuTonic, where we talk gaming.
I mean, it's the first topic we have to discuss. We know we don't actually talk about it, so we might as well.
Look, I've seen like a dozen like Switch 2 rumors and rumblings in my YouTube feed. I don't know what to believe anymore. When it's out, it's out.
From the insider trades that I've seen on there, especially from like toy manufacturers, the form factor is virtually the same as this current Switch. The bezels just it's pretty much almost bezel-less because I think it moved up to an 8-inch screen that is 1080p on the resolution on it. Going back to an LCD screen, so no OLED. That will probably come later on down the line. The biggest thing that I've heard is Joy-Cons use very strong magnets to adhere to the unit.
Okay.
Will these actually be durable Joy-Cons? That was my question. I don't need.
We'll see. I would think because of the lawsuits with the Joy-Con drift, Nintendo probably went.
I mean, all the lawsuits that lost.
Oh yeah,
but still, probably they don't want the same BS again.
Hey, listen, we'll run it back this time. Maybe we'll win.
Yes, apparently it is backwards compatible, all that good stuff, and
nice.
One of the current games that has already like apparently kind of been leaked is there's a Breath of the Wild remaster that's going to be there at launch. That's 4K ray tracing, all that crap on there. So
Breath of the Wild, not like a Tears of the Kingdom, maybe remaster.
Why would they like try and go Tears of the Kingdom when it just came out? It's still selling.
That's fair, but I mean like. Maybe like an upgrade in graphics because like the next like console, or just like, or can you like transfer over your game?
I would no idea. But knowing Nintendo, there would be
probably not.
Yeah, probably not. Probably not. God. Still gonna take cartridges, but apparently just like the Nintendo 3DS, the way that they redesigned the cartridge will make it impossible for you to try and fit it into pre-existing Switch and so on and so forth. But yes.
Great. I hope you enjoyed this Nintendo Talk Hour.
Yes, this is the TokuTonic.
It's actually kind of a nice name.
Yes, I'll do that on my side channel. I'll make a gaming only channel.
TokuTonic.
TokuTonic. just right there.
Yeah. Second channel.
So, starting things off with some sad news. We did lose someone in the Toku sphere with Yellow Racer. Forgive me if I forget the actress's name. I did have it up. Yuka Motohashi. There it is. Who passed away, had been battling cancer for several years now. I mean, even during Dombros, her appearance there, still fighting it. Apparently took a turn for the worse on Wednesday and passed away soon after. So another loss. Yeah.
Such a great legacy though.
Yeah. Definitely need to add Car Ranger to the
you haven't seen Car Ranger.
I've only seen bits and pieces.
It's so good. You gotta.
I've seen probably like a combined like 10 episodes from Toku Shoutsu. Like if I'm like got the TV on, it's on it because I figured the way that the show is, it's very episodic in a way that you could literally just jump in random episodes and just have a good time, kind of like down
for some of it. Yes, yeah.
At least the episodes that I watched, that's how it was.
Although I will say this, guys, next TokuTonic, come on, Car Ranger.
Speaking of Toku Shoutsu, it's streaming now 24/7 on YouTube with Ultraman, Godzilla, and Sentai and Rider.
Oh yeah,
they can get away with it.
Yeah, they can now. It's no longer on Twitch. It's now on YouTube. Yeah. Region locked, of course, but yeah, it's streaming there.
I mean, they own the IP, so it should be allowed.
I mean, that's what Discotech fought, and they got stricken down midstream.
Yeah, that's the reason why I was confused on that aspect. Because I saw people in the chat saying that Geats is like streaming on YouTube now.
Yeah.
Well, there goes that revenue stream from those Blu-ray sales when you're just out there putting it out for free. The content, well, whatever. They're gonna do what they're gonna do, but at least I guess they can get that ad revenue.
I mean, obviously they really should restructure. We talked about it. They should restructure the way they like promote these things, like and sell their DVDs.
But they probably will get crazy ad revenue from it all. I mean, I would say the Twitch payout is better than the YouTube payout. Because, like, just talking from a streaming perspective, I get paid monthly for my Twitch streams, in which we're just watching shit. While here on YouTube, even with the hours that I spent making my videos, I get paid maybe once every 2 months if I'm lucky.
That's because you have to hit the $100, right?
Yeah.
Yep, you have to hit the $100.
Yeah.
While for Twitch, it's just $50 that you have to hit for them to pay you out.
Which is pretty easy considering you have a pretty decent amount of subs every month.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, I figure for Toku, Shout Factor was probably making more money on the Twitch space, especially with that ad revenue that they get in. So
have you thought about a sub goal yet, by any chance?
I've not. I don't think about things like that.
All right, fair enough.
It's like, once again, it's like, even though this is technically like what I would consider my third job now, since I've been doing this for like 3 years, it's still at the end of the day like not.
It's a hobby.
And it's
me.
not like top of priority list because, of course, I'm working 2 jobs now on top of this. It's a lot because I literally just got done working my second job before jumping onto this stream. Well, before putting up the thumbnail and all that stuff. So fun stuff. That's why my hair is in a ponytail today, because I was like, man, mess out here. So
yeah.
So being out for a couple weeks, there's some stuff that ended up happening. Though not too much in terms of like the news wave in general. But I would say let's just get some of this Gotchard stuff out the way, because Rainbow Gotchard is real.
And is appearing this Sunday. Sunday.
I thought it already appeared.
No,
it was just the egg.
Yeah. Hotaro's pregnant.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of like inverse pregnant. He's in the egg.
Now that he manifested the egg, he is in the egg, just hanging in there with what's his name? Ninjago?
Ninjago. Yeah.
So I mean, there's some pictures, and I'm already.
It's hideous. It's god awful. I hate it. You can hate me for that.
My previewer is sucking right now for image, so I pulled this up using good old MS Paint.
I'm not gonna lie, this suit hurts my eyes.
You know what hurts more is them thighs. Look at them creases. Look at them creases the suit already has.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Yeah. Look at that. Oh. Ooh.
Like barely been on screen and already got them creases.
Look at the rainbow creases. Ooh.
And I know some people are like, but where's the green? They can't use green on here if they're gonna put some green screen effects.
Yeah.
Like, people forget. Like, you either take the green out or the blue out, and Gotchard's base color scheme has been blue. You can't sacrifice that color for the sake of green screenery.
There's also no purple anyway, so okay. Well, I guess
there is purple.
Oh, I see it now on the head.
Yeah, on one of the shoulders. Yeah.
Okay. Never mind. Yeah, it's a thing. So it's got the weird Philosopher's Stone thing in the chest. I don't know what that is, but yeah, it's got that.
The symbol that we saw on the gate of it's door of darkness, but it's inverted, so it's probably, like I said, the door of light, maybe.
Yes. It's got like the ugliest helmet I've seen in all of Reiwa.
Maybe it's just the angle, but it's not doing much for me.
No, this is a better angle than it looks. Side look profile right here looks better than head on, at least in my opinion.
Yeah.
Still hideous.
Oh, hold on. Let me bring up this one. There you go.
See, there's the head on profile right there. It might grow on me, but I doubt it.
No, it's not growing on me at all.
Oh no, I'm saying it might, as in like there's a chance the meteor might hit the Earth, so why not?
I can tell you right now, like, I don't like Boom Violet, but I prefer Boom Violet over this.
I like Boom Violet, actually.
Yeah, I like the non-fat Boon Violet we saw like days later.
It just seems like like a what do you call it? Just like a jumpsuit and the helmet. Yeah, I like it. But speaking back to this, ugly, horrible. Get rid of it. Burn it.
Yeah.
It's like Saber's ultimate form, but we have Saber's ultimate form at home.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's saying
And
a lot, considering that Saber's ultimate form was just base Saber with a new paint job. This one actually, they had to make a whole new suit.
I mean, to be fair, at least base Saber's cross Saber or whatever. At least that one, when he put the books in, he had different. Like they also changed the color as well, and they had it one new form with the 3 books, like with the base books of each writer. And that actually kind of looked nice. I actually enjoyed that. This, I don't see where we're going with this. I don't know
what
what
I can't unsee now that I'm looking at it. The shoulders kind of look like a boat.
Oh yeah, I saw that before.
I mean, that literally looks like a boat.
Yeah.
Oh, now I see it as well. Oh, now I see
can't
it
unsee it. I can't unsee it. Y'all
Now
will
I
now
see
be
it.
cursed to forever see these shoulders.
Now I
as
see the
boats.
boat shoulders as
Yep.
well.
Yes, the
Got
boulders.
got little tugboats. Someone quickly photoshopped ToQger from that Russell Crowe special in South Park.
Someone put Steamboat Willie on that thing.
I was
yes.
just thinking of that like YouTube short of that TikTok of like how many beers can like this little boat hold.
So, do you think the fighting of this will make it any better potentially, or not?
I'm expecting some wibble wobbles with these shoulder parts. I'm expecting a lot of that going on, kind of like Muse from the Fives movie. Them shoulders just gonna keep flopping.
I never understood why they made the shoulders this wide. It doesn't even seem like it would hold. Like you could make them
Gavv out here with the $2 saying, Meteor Storm and Beast Hyper did the fusion dance.
That's an insult to those 2 forms. Because at least those forms, they're only blue and yellow. This is like blue, yellow, and then every other color in the sun minus green.
Yeah, and seeing the attachment on the belt, Ninjago on here, literally just looks like a toy.
I see what you mean. Oh, go ahead. Yeah. I'm at Meteor Storm, the shoulders. I get it. I understand why I said that.
Yeah. This is,
John.
Not doing it.
John's buying that, by the way. Just so you know.
Oh, he is? Why? Why is he doing that to himself?
He thinks it's cool. He likes it. Oh, fuck. I shouldn't have said that. He doesn't watch this part anyway. I don't like it.
I don't either. Not the biggest fan. But then again, it's like, who's hyperly invested in Gotchard right now? Like, there's like a couple folks that I saw every time I put out like these Gotchard catch-ups. And they're just like, nah, Gotchard's peak. And then I just asked them, it's just like, okay, great. Can you defend it? Because once again, I was out in like TokuCast Discord server trying to find some defenders, and you know, the Radio Sentai Cast Ranger server asking the same thing. Only like one person bit on the entire thing. That was it.
I'm just curious because it's like, when was the last time we had a writer show where we're genuinely like hyped and excited to see each and every next episode? Like the beginning of Gotchard, yeah. Beginning of Geats, yeah.
Absolutely. The beginning of Geats.
The mid sections of Revise for me had that, like, for me, like, especially after Bale's debut, I was just like, what's next? Give me more. But yeah, this is one of the few shows that I'm just like, I think since episode 1 or 2, I just was like, okay, the next episode's out. Cool.
Yeah. No, I didn't stop downloading it. I mean, requiring it.
Yeah, getting that ticket. Yeah.
Getting that ticket.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of started out with a thud anyway, and a lot of people were like, well, you definitely can't top Geats, like top tier episode 1, which yes, Geats had a very top tier episode 1. To Gotchard's, I don't get the direction of it. Like, and it turned out that did set the tone for the show. Like, the rest of the way through, you're like, you don't know what's going on. They don't know what's going on. You think you got plot, but they're like, what plot?
It's funny how, like, even though there's like a bunch of arrow symmetry as symbolism on everything, the show really does seem like it lacks direction.
Yep. And I know with the latest episodes, we've had some loss of chemis. We have like 3 chemis that have turned white. One of which was my beloved Ant Trooper, who didn't even get a physical form. They actually managed to capture it in a card, where the card proceeded to turn white.
You know what? You're right. The show never had direction to begin with, chat.
Yes, it didn't have direction. It's like, remember when Beverly did that one insert song and you heard it like 5 times and then it's just been Watch a Fire for everything?
What was it? Rising Fighter? Yeah.
And now Watch a Fire is like everyone's theme song. They're like, oh yeah, this is for Fire Gotchard. Great.
I'm not gonna lie.
Then everybody proceeds to take that song.
This is the very first time I'm gonna say this, but I like that Beverly song better. No, I hate Beverly. I don't like that band. I don't know what it is. I just don't like the vocals. It's not my thing.
Yeah, I didn't care for that song. Watch a Fire has grown on me. I didn't care for it much at first, but I find myself like humming it from time to time.
I feel like without the beginning part, What's Your Fire hits pretty hard. Because like I feel like it's the beginning with the what's your fire, yeah, that part.
Yeah,
I think that kind of throws you off.
I would say that's the part that gets stuck in my brain because they repeat it so often. And it's just like, get out. But yeah, Rainbow Gotchard. So with the loss of those chemis and stuff like that, I mean, look, they're coming back. They're not gonna like kill off these chemis, and we've already seen rainbow variants of every single card that he's got. They're coming back.
We've seen Rainbow Hopper already, so there's no tension there. We know Hopper died in the last episode, but he's gonna come back.
Here's some more of the Ninjago.
I'm just curious why it's a dragon of all things instead of like another variant on like Hopper 1.
Because dragons are cool.
Yeah.
Yes.
Kids fuck with dragons.
I mean, yeah, I could fuck with dragons, but I don't know. We've already had the dragon motif in plenty of other shows.
We have, but they got to sell toys, and kids like dinosaur and dinosaur adjacent things.
What about cars? I'll take a car theme rider.
I don't know, because right now Boonboomger's toy sales ain't that hot. So what you talking about? They thought cars could save it. Nah, watch next season be dinosaurs again.
Well, next season it would, with a name like Gavv, it sounds, Jesus Christ. I'd be surprised if there wasn't dinosaur themed or motif in it, because it's like the gnawing and munching sound, and it's probably going to be like another sort of like Revice, because Revice was also dinosaur thing. Oh my god.
Well, I mean, apparently Gavv has a pet monster, and that's what becomes the belt. So
okay, so I can deal with monsters, just not dinosaurs, please. Right. There was like a leaked, like shitty drawing of what Gavv is supposed to look like. I'm not saying the drawing.
Yeah, I've not seen that either.
Based on the coloration, apparently, like majority of the helmet and the chest are supposed to be purple with yellow accents.
Purple again? Yeah, that's why everybody keeps like saying purple regarding it. But I'm like, that's pretty close to Revice, even though it was more
Revice
pink.
Is like more magenta, I would say. So.
Yeah, but it's still like a pinkish, and I find purple to be like pink adjacent, like.
Fair, but this is the purple on this is closer to the purple we're seeing behind this dragon thing instead of Revice purple.
Okay.
Although, it's got apparently like black undersuit, yellow accents for the purple, and if what I saw for the belt is exactly what the belt looks like, it looks like a knockoff version of the build driver, and I'm not here for it.
Yeah. So the driver is something that we've been hearing more about since like way back when, anyway. That yes, it is like it's got the crank on it, and that's how it does the munching. Even when I was doing that AI artwork on here 3 weeks back, we were trying to put that hand crank on there.
Great. Now I can only think of Crank That by Soulja Boy.
But yeah, purple with yellow kind of definitely sounds like the thing that's behind this this image here.
Can we get to talking about that, please? Let's talk about that.
Well, I guess.
We don't need a synopsis for the episode.
No. I mean, we don't have to do episode breakdown. We missed like 2 weeks, and plus 3 weeks ago, I didn't even talk about episodes anyway. So there's none of that. We don't need.
Should we do a quick like recap? Like, what did everyone think of the Gotchard crossover? I've seen your review.
I surprisingly liked it.
That was
no,
good,
I did
actually.
as well. Yeah,
it was handled very well. They actually got to see him out of suit. A lot,
which they didn't promote, which surprised me.
Yeah, that's why we were all thinking that he was not gonna physically appear and was just gonna be voice only. And I'm like, that seems virtually impossible for a man that I know loves being a Toku actor. Just loves being in Toku. There's no way he's not gonna be in a Toku show.
Thankfully, we don't have another Power Ranger Samurai repeat with the King-Ohger crossover.
Well, that's what all the memes were, like leading up to it, and then he was like actually out of the suit.
Like right at the very beginning, and I was like, "Oh shit, y'all really just doing it? Okay."
Yeah, it was good. It was very well handled. There was a nice amount of comedy to it as well.
Yeah.
All right, so as seen behind, but yes,
Vin Diesel.
Yes, it's Boon Diesel out here. So yes, we got Diesel. What was he's got a nickname as well.
Yeah, it's Bondrio's. What was Bondrio's? It's the racer. I keep forgetting his name. Oh, God. I saw an image of the comparison between the two. I don't remember.
It's been a while, so the memes kind of died out.
Yeah, but we have Homura Sakito, who I guess that's a pun on what was it, Circuit?
Yeah,
I think Formula One.
So yeah, who I guess is not human or something, because they say that he's like a universal like fixer.
Apparently he was from Earth, and then he went out to the universe to start going about doing the bounty hunting / whatever he's been doing, and he's returning back to his home planet, at least from the scans I read or description I read.
Okay.
So he is originally an Earthling, but he went into space, I assume via somehow like contact with Boom Diesel or something. I don't know.
While Diesel is from Bundrio's home planet, apparently was also a BBG racer as well. And then I guess retired from that stuff.
Oh, God.
While here we have the actor playing him, who was apparently just in Gotchard during the worst arc ever.
Get it? I was about to say, God, I don't want to see this man again. And here he is.
Yep. He is here. And apparently he's been trying to be a Toku actor for going on 10 years.
Oh, I'm glad he got his break.
Apparently since ToQger, he's been auditioning to be in Toku.
How old is he if he's been auditioning for that long? Holy crap.
He was auditioning since he was 19. He's apparently still in his, I think he's in his late 20s. But his concern was that he felt that he was about to miss his shot because he was in his late 20s. It was just like, you missed these 30-year-olds these last couple Sentai seasons?
We got what was it? It wasn't Kijino's actor. Whose actor was it in Dom?
It was Kijino's.
Yeah, it was Kijino? Okay.
Yeah, it was Kijino, and we had Debosky.
And Debosky, yeah.
Yeah, just
and
fairly
Debosky was, and technically Raculus. Raculus was, Raculus was.
Well, Raculus as well, because Raculus was, 32, 33?
Yeah,
his actor was, and the Debosky's actor was 33, 34.
Yeah.
Same thing with Kijino's actor.
Yeah. So yeah, we've been getting a lot of older. Well, I mean, Sentai did start out with a lot of older characters.
Well, yes, of course that started changing, and definitely, more towards the 2000s where they were like, oh no, everybody's got to be pretty boys.
Young and handsome.
That's Go Sager, Go-Onger, Magi Ranger.
Yep, we got to hit them with the pretty pop star vibes. All the idols, all of them. Get them from the same agency. They got to be triple threats. They can sing, dance, and act. Yep. We got to make sure we cranking out Disney stars out here.
I'm going to call this the Deno effect.
Technically, it's the Joe Odagiri effect. It's literally the
Yeah.
Kuga effect. Like
I
that
think it's
man.
even got its own Wikipedia
And,
page. for the fact.
Deno was technically the second coming of Joe Odagiri.
Yeah.
Because that literally was the case. It's like the moms just loved him.
Yeah, they ate him right up. Jesus.
Definitely was chasing them cougars. So yeah, outside of that, apparently guys very excited about taking on this role. Apparently Boom, Black, and Pink's actors were the first ones to reach out to him, and he had some snacks and some dinner with the rest of the cast like the day before his first shooting on set.
I believe in his potential. I'd like to see him. Like maybe he has a very like a wider range of acting skill.
The thing is, I do feel that Toku actors that have wanted to be like actors in this range sell their characters so well.
Yeah. Plus, he's got to prove himself. He's got to he's been at this for a while, so he's probably like, this is my big break. I got to do my best. So I hope. I'm excited. I hope to see good things.
I can potentially see this guy giving me Yanma vibes.
I don't. This guy seems like a fixer type of guy. Like,
I'm not saying in terms of like how he sells his role.
Oh, okay. I see.
Because Yanma's actor was definitely very committed to the bit. Was also like very big into Sentai when he was younger.
Oh yeah,
and all that.
And Yanma was,
and of course blue. Now he gets to live the dream. Like actually having his own little crossover with Jasmine, Umiko, and shit like that, which was apparently an April Fool's joke, but then it wasn't really.
It's like, ha, you thought.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like, oh man, I was like, man, this is some good Photoshop they're doing out here, and it's just like, oh no, this is real.
Damn. But no, so want to talk about the suit and the Boom Diesel now?
So I gotta say, in terms of civilian fit for Homura out here, it's all right.
I give it a B.
I like the civilian fit more than I like Boom Violet's fit.
I disagree, but all right.
Well, I really don't like the helmet, like the overtly large, like tire. I know what you're gonna say. Like, just the wheel portion of it.
Yeah, plus it's got like the. Yeah, I know exactly what you're gonna say about that.
It's the ring on it. The ring on it is just kind of weird. At this point, it might as well have been like a planet that they put on here, and it made it look like Saturn or some shit by having the hubcap bulge out a little bit more. And then I would have been like, oh, he's definitely a space Sentai.
Yeah, I see it. I know what you're talking about. For me, I just like the rest of the suit because it's like unnatural. It's like unnormally baggy. You know what I mean? Like it's not like tight fit like most Sentai suits usually are. So I don't know. I'm kind of a fan of that.
It is better than the initial shot that we got because for anyone that saw the very badly angled magazine shot, I was just like, man, it's Fat Oja. It's fat.
It was like Oja's back again, and he's in Boonboomger.
Yeah. I was like, oh, this is gonna be weird. And then they gave us the corrected shot, and it's just like, okay, all right. It was literally just that angle.
So his weapon, right? If you saw it in that shot, I think John thinks it's a bow, but I think it's like a drill gun, like some kind of like power drill gun or something.
I think it could be a bow, just because given the steering wheels in F1 race cars, they normally are like split on the sides, so it makes sense if it would be like that and then opens up to become like a bow.
I can see it.
But the actual changer, however, is something that I haven't seen yet. I haven't seen pictures of it. I haven't seen either. So
yeah. So presumably this changer is voiced by Boom Diesel's voice actor, I assume.
I would assume so.
Do we know who his voice actor? Oh, right, we do.
Yes,
it's Tanjiro's voice actor. I keep forgetting that.
Yes.
I forget his name. I know his name because I had.
Wait, Tanjiro from Demon Slayer. That same Tanjiro.
Yes. That is this man's voice actor. Yes, correct.
Okay. Let me bring it up real quick.
I just saw this the other day.
I know some people were like missed opportunity not having. not having him voiced by the
Cartoon Digimon.
Yeah.
no
Vin Diesel himself.
Gary Oak.
Oh,
because of course we have Japanese Ash Ketchum
Yes.
as Bundrio. But I'm like, if they cast like Shigeru's voice, who is Gary Oak for the Japanese version, if they ever give Boom Boom Killer Robo a voice, that's who I would want to voice.
That's the rival. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
that would be
he's
it.
got to be the douchebag. But yes, it's his voice. He's a very good voice actor. He's got a decent range. I don't know how old Boon Diesel is supposed to be, so I don't know how he's gonna have to strain his voice or not to make whatever the sounds are gonna come out of that thing.
I mean, at the end of the day, they're robots. Do we care about like their age? I mean, robot alien lifespan could be the same as Autobots.
Yeah, I guess.
Thousands of millions of years.
When I hear like experienced older like racer, I would assume like a more mature voice. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
the thing that's obviously what I want to know more about is what exactly is the backstory, the full backstory between Diesel and Bundrio, because they've got Boonboomger written all over them, and I'm like, that's kind of odd, unless like their race is literally called the Boom Boom race or something like that.
Ex-lovers.
Because I'm just like, how do you just come in there with a fit that just says Boonboomger, like both for the robot and for the suit?
Imagine the love triangle between Bundrio.
Imagine the American adaptation and them trying to explain the Boonboomger on his pants.
Oh yeah, that's true.
It's like, how?
Oh god.
I think they got away with it with some other Power Ranger seasons where they had like the Sentai name.
Well, I heard on RPM they tried giving a reason why it had like Go-Onger on the side of the bus.
Yeah.
Yes, and the eyes as well for the
eyes. There's another season I can't remember where like the Sentai logo is there. I could be thinking of something else, but I think there's like another season where it's like blatantly in front of you.
I feel like it was a thing someone. I don't remember when. Oh, I've seen most of it.
Yeah.
Oh, is it? Am I the one who saw Goom on his arm initially?
Goom.
You saw Goom as opposed to Boom?
Yeah, on his arm. Like I don't know. I have really poor vision without my glasses, which is weird because if I look like it at like up close, I can't see it at all. So I had to like look at it from a distance, and all I saw was Goom because I didn't have my glasses on me when I first saw this image.
Oh, chat's saying Go Buster and Decker Ranger.
Oh yeah,
thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. Yeah, good old SPD.
Yeah, and Go Busters incorporated the GB for like Grid Battle Force.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're not hyped for these two? I am.
I mean, it's Boonboomger. Boonboomger keeps just being comfort food for me. So I'm still like in a good train regarding it. It's just the suits, they've grown on me, but that doesn't mean I like them.
This is
it's just I gotten used to the ugly. That's it.
Okay. But Zio, you gotta admit, suit wise, like I'm talking neck down, this is the best suit. It doesn't have that ugly gray. This is the best suit.
I would still probably give it to Boom Black. I think it's really just the yellow. The yellow is just not doing it for me.
For me, what's not doing it for me is the white helmet on Diesel over there. It just seems odd.
That thing's got to open up. There's no way that does not open up.
I would assume
that visor's got to slide open, and then like I feel like the side pieces here on the mouth open up. And he got them robo lips.
Guys, for those of you who saying at least throw Boom Boom wings, listen, we got plenty of episodes to go before they can add extra Rangers. Plus,
we got
the
plenty
Boom
of
Boom wings
and
weren't the
specials.
six; they were the extra Rangers. So
I also
gotta
say, like, y'all got me somewhat like false led by saying that they died. only for this Go-Onger special of an episode like 2 episodes ago, name dropping them, and then I had to look them up, and I was like, they told me they died. How are they alive? And then they're like, oh, yes. And then it's like, oh, they came back at the last episode, and I was just like, how many times do they gotta keep reviving folks on the last episodes?
Well,
Double.
That's the thing. Geo, the Go on Wings, they're just them. You know, they can do anything, literally anything.
Yeah, even subvert death, I guess.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
It's like dying. We invented dying. We know how to circumvent
They
it.
they probably invented both types of martial arts in Geki Ranger.
Ah, yes, they were the origin points of Gekijuken and Rinjuken Akugata. Okay.
Yes,
when they showed the
absolutely.
splitting of the schools, that was literally the Gohan wings.
Yeah, it was
splitting
silver
up.
made a school, gold made a school, and then they're like,
Let's leave it behind. We've peaked.
Yeah.
Let's go. Well,
Absolutely.
let's find something else to peak at. God.
I still hate. I don't understand your hatred of the Gohan Wings. I really don't get it.
Like I said, I explained it multiple times. They're like those kids in the playground when you're playing the superpowers game, and then you have that one annoying kid is just like, well, I have the power to like circumvent your power and blah 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 blah. Every time you try like being like, that's not how this works. Just like, well, that's just how my powers work. It's like, I hate that. I hate those kids.
The appeal. That's the
No, it's not. Those were the worst kids to play in the playground.
Come on. So this is all because of playground shenaniganery.
Yes.
All right, fair enough. I'm glad at least you said it was childish and not me.
The only way it could be worse if it is the other playground arguments that I used to have as a kid, which was the console wars.
Bro.
Those console wars went hard.
I love those console war arguments. It really didn't matter. Although
there's nonstop flame wars, the fanboy wars that would just happen, especially in the early internet era of GameFAQs and GameSpot.com forums. It was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying PS4 definitely beat the Xbox, whatever the hell.
Xbox One.
Xbox One.
Yeah, but by then the console wars were already pretty much over.
True.
The generation has grown up and was able to afford buying multiple systems. The reasons why we had those arguments as kids was because our parents could only afford one system mostly.
But didn't South Park make a whole console wars episode with those two specific consoles?
Yes, yeah. Yeah, they did.
I mean, they had a whole episode dedicated to a Wii.
They also had an entire special dedicated to Lizzo. Bro.
Yes.
It's special.
They did. That latest special, that latest South Park special.
That was I actually liked it.
That one was actually one of the funniest ones that they've done recently.
Lizzo actually really enjoyed it as well, which is the funniest.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Let's see. Console wars, many young souls died those days. Man, those were ruthless. Ruthless.
Kids died on that playground.
Obviously. I remember like a lot of us would bring the instruction manuals to our games to the school. Now they don't even put instruction manuals in games.
No, I would too, because I would too, because after lunch you would have to like read for 20 minutes. So I'd bring like an instruction manual for like a game that I had.
Nope.
Oh yeah, I didn't have to worry about that for some reason. We didn't really do that. We just went out to chill.
All right, Gio is asking because of obviously Boom Diesel. Obviously, we know the reference is Vin Diesel and Fast and Furious, just like, you know, Bunge Rio is Antonio Banderas.
Yeah,
will he implement family anywhere into his lingo?
Their family. What I mean is Boom Diesel and the six Boom Violet. He's gonna be like, we're family.
But he has to say it in English.
Yeah.
Oh God, I hope.
He's got to say family in English.
Mm-hmm.
It's the icing on the cake. Which is another thing. Maybe he makes cakes versus making a curry.
Maybe.
Do we know if Diesel's got like a cooking passion?
Nope. We know almost nothing about Diesel.
Do you think the detective lady's gonna want to try and fuck Boon Diesel as well?
She's gonna be like, "Oh boy, 2 for the price of 1."
I'm thinking she's the opposite. I'm thinking she's gonna hate this one. She's gonna see him as a rival.
No, she's gonna see which one can watch him actually like fuck with Shirabe. Like he would actually show Shirabe attention, and she'd be like,
Yeah.
"Know how I feel about this." It become that would become a whole different love triangle type thing.
Mm-hmm.
He has the hots for Shirabe. She wants Bunjrio. Bunjrio actually cares about Diesel. Let's throw that in there as well.
Mm-hmm.
It literally everything is unreciprocated love. And then you throw in Boom Boom Killer Robo once it gets implemented with that AI. You know, I'm still sticking on that train right there. And it tries joining into the mix, and it's just like there's no squares here. It's just triangles, my guy.
There's no room for you, bud.
Yep. Which yeah, that's I started really thinking in terms of like the AI prospect of things, because honestly, like that's a really like genius concept to start throwing into a show, especially after the Go-Onger crossover, is having him be inspired by Speedor and you know them cooking up AI for some of the Boom Boom cars.
Yeah.
Which I'm just like, if the villains are going to be working kind of like at one step behind the Boonboomgers in terms of what they're creating, yeah, the next step would be to give Boom Boom Killer Robo some sort of sentience via AI. But as I started thinking about it, what if they literally take the remains of Mad Rex and literally plant his hard drive into Boom Boom Killer Robo and technically give him that body?
Maybe.
And then the rivalry resumes again. So
where would the dog be?
The dog would be the companion.
Oh, okay.
Like it comes out. It literally like comes out. That's what transforms into the evil Boonboomger. It's literally like a Boom Boom Killer dog.
That's my hope. I want to see an evil Boonboomger.
It's they call him Boom Boom Cujo. There you go. That's the name of that dog movie from back in the day.
Oh,
that
the Beverly Hills Boom.
But literally with Shirabe's future interaction, which is another thing. Shirabe's been absent from the show like the last couple episodes.
Yeah, that's interesting.
So I don't know if they're cooking up something for her like later on or what.
It could be scheduled because she's like an idol or something, isn't she?
I believe so. Because I mean, she was only in the very beginning of the Go-Onger episode just to let them know that something had came through the portal, and that was it.
And it was CG, so they would have filmed that. Not CG.
That was the episode before that, I believe. Yeah, it was when Cannonborg showed up. That was it.
Yeah.
So that was like 3 episodes ago. So it literally has been a while since we got her. So I don't know. They might be cooking up something with her. Or maybe the reason that these guys have a Boom Boom fit is because maybe the ISA got to him first.
Oh, maybe.
It's like they tracked the signal and they were like, oh, well, let's inform you on what's going on over here on this side. And then we go from there. Maybe. But we don't know. Let me see what the if there's any other information that we got regarding this that I saw on Discord earlier. Oh, okay. So apparently we do know why they have Boonboomger plastered all over the place is because it's a phrase from Bunjrio and Boon Diesel's homeworld.
Oh.
So that's why that's the case.
Oh, that's interesting. I wonder what the phrase means.
They're about to give it to you.
X gonna give it to you?
Yes, X gonna give it to you, but it's literally just translates to Boom Boomger.
Oh damn.
Because it's Boom Boom Ja, Boom Boom Ya. See?
No.
They're gonna give it to you. That's what it was.
No, I don't want that.
Let's see what else we got on here. Let's see. Agito appears on episode 16. He is the universe's #1 troubleshooter, tries to resolve all kinds of trouble from utility failures, political disputes, even children's fights. He also has a complex side to him as he enjoys trouble and complicated situations, calling them chaos.
So he's just a fixer, I guess. Literally.
Yep. So it looks like, once again, I might be in the right train of thought when it comes to Boom Boom Killer Robo, because of course, even though Cannonborg copied the Boonboomger tech to make Boom Boom Killer Robo and that changer, and it was destroyed, but comes back already with this next episode. It's already got its own Boom Boom cars, because we saw that with the toy as well, that there are 2 like dark Boom Boom cars that it's got. So, hey, they continue down this train, I could get my AI powered Boom Boom Killer Robo that starts like slanging things, and that could lead to evil Boonboomgers.
I hope so.
Evil Boonboomgers.
Because I assume like it's gotta have upgrades. Like it can't just have a base form, right? You would assume.
Yeah.
Oh, that reminds me. So you think like because he's a fixer, Diesel had like some issue on his planet, and then when Diesel either crashed or came to Earth, he was just like, "I'll help you." I was like, "I just don't give a fuck. I'm just gonna help you, no matter what it is, because I like trouble."
Could be. I mean, let me see if I could find the information specifically on Diesel here. Just that retired Big Bang Grand Prix racer, and that was it.
Maybe Bondrio's a fan of Diesel.
Yeah, but the thing is, if they were both racers, I would think that they were kind of colleagues, unless Diesel retired and inspired like Bondrio to race right after.
Could be.
So I'm unsure. But yeah, anything else on Boom Violent out here?
No,
Nothing.
Not that I can think of.
Well, so let me pull up this thing here using MS Paint yet again.
Oh no.
It's the logo for Gavv in black and white.
Hey.
I thought we saw this already.
No, we had the name, the trademark, when we did the thing like 4 weeks ago.
Oh, okay.
But we got the logo, and it's not that great.
Yeah, it's definitely the leaning into the biting motif, the eating.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, pretty much it's the worst kept secret when it comes to this already. Like, in terms of all the gimmicks and all that stuff going on with it. At this point, like, just give us that shitty like look at the suit already.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, what was worse? Was it was the Gotchard like leaks worse than this, or is this worse than the Gotchard leaks?
I would say the Gotchard leaks were pretty bad, especially since we had that weird shot of Gotchard doing the kick like very early on as well.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. Like they were frame 1 leaking Gotchard. Like it was insane.
And we had already like known about the cards. We had already knew the combination gimmicks. We had very bad AI generated art that was actually going in the right direction for how Gotchard was gonna look, with the arrows being prominent on there and all that good stuff. The only thing that they were wrong at from the early outset was just who the writing staff was gonna be and who the actors were gonna be, until we actually ended up getting that presser. But out of that, yeah, Gotchard, we kind of knew everything before the press conference even hit, which is what made that press conference kind of lackluster, because most of the things that they usually would reveal in the press conference were things that we had already known for weeks on end. So I'm hoping that they're not going to kind of shoot their load incredibly early when it comes to Gavv, and we just like get everything in terms of like suit and all that stuff in the actual press conference itself versus
well, they didn't shoot their load, right? It was just they got leaked really hard. Like someone found and just threw everything they found, right?
Yeah, but at the same time, they also had the little video that was posted up. I think what was it on TikTok? That was like the proper suit reveal for Gotchard. Yeah, and that came out I think 2-3 weeks before we got the presser as well.
Yeah, so people already knew what we were going into looking at.
Yep. So lots of different varying aspects for Gotchard that, once again, they kind of like just blew the load incredibly early on a lot of things. So I don't know. We'll see how this ends up going. But once again, I typically don't have enthusiasm for a show until I find out the production staff. I'm very cautious on a lot of these shows nowadays, which I know most people say you gotta like just have fun and enjoy what's there, what's presented. I'm like, yeah, but if I'm gonna commit to like a whole year of watching this, like,
you see who's on it.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. I gotta know where my expectations are. Like Down Bros, I was cautiously optimistic about it because, you know, I grew up on a lot of Inoue shit, but even after a while, I was like, this man overstayed his welcome, get out. And he did. He got out for like 10 plus years and then came back. And it seems like he got refreshed because of that. While Takahashi just needs to get out the kitchen.
Stop.
So
stop it.
He just
really
needs to stop.
Shut your mouth.
What if he's writing Gavv?
I don't care. You're not going to say anything about it.
What if Gavv was literally like his brainchild? He was developing Outsiders, and Outsiders is going to lead into Gavv.
I will give it a 10 out of 10 every episode. I just need my hands.
In Ride Commons, there's going to be like a stealth reveal. It's going to be like the whole fucking Dark Sidious in Fortnite event. It's going to be in Ride Commons. Is where they're going to
I see you. Stop
it. It's just going to be how they do it. They just reveal it there. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be wild. It's going to be a party. And I'm going to hate it.
See, my thing is that, like, it doesn't matter where I am. I didn't even know you did that, and I still fucked up my arm.
It just traveled its way to you.
I was in Pennsylvania when that happened.
It found a way to just travel. I was just like, I'm quickly trying to make this fit. The thing is, like, I made the video, and then I was like, I'm not going to get it. Like, I filmed everything, but I literally had to hit the road for a 6-hour Florida trip for my vacation that I got virtually no rest in still. So I didn't get to edit it literally until I got home. Until I got home that Friday was just like, all right, time to edit. I literally finished a 6-hour drive and got to editing as soon as I got home.
Also, $700 worth of fireworks. That's why I went to Pennsylvania.
Oh, was it worth it?
Yes. It was just the drive back. I had to make sure that, you know, I wasn't pulled over because I had $700 worth of fireworks in my trunk.
Can you just not buy fireworks in New York? Like,
no, it is completely illegal to own, to buy fireworks, to have them on you driving into state. Everything. The thing is, 4th of July, no one really cares that you have them and are using them. They just don't want, you know, you just can't be really open about how you got them.
Well, I mean, I don't have that problem in Georgia. It's perfectly legal.
I know.
So
it's great.
Someone's calling out chat for being full of haters because of the Takahashi hate, I guess.
Guys, chat, we love Takahashi here. We don't hate him.
He should stick to writing short series that don't span the course of 5 years like Outsiders. Because that's still going on and it's still one episode once in a blue moon. And it's just like, nah, that should have been like, should have waited and dropped it all like as a mini thing, unlike the internet, whatever. Yes, put Takahashi in Ultraman. Have him write in Ultraman.
No.
Mess up another franchise, would you? Give him a Sentai. Give him the next Sentai.
When
But
my
make sure the
arm is
next
cut off by a
Sentai is
bird,
dinosaur based.
I'm sending all of you an invoice.
Maybe he can save Sentai and make the money again.
What do you mean save Sentai? Sentai's already been saved.
And not really. The toy sales still aren't doing well. Like you weren't here for the toy conversation, but Boonboomger's not doing much.
Not selling. See, here's the thing. I feel like Sentai wise is killing it. Content, like the show itself.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, it's also a toy machine. It's like you got to sell the toys. And Boonboomger here is not bucking the trend. And Gotchard also definitely hit a slump. So,
do you think it's like the lack of like variety or like toys? Like because like we got the bestseller for obviously King-Ohger was just the King-Ohger, but other than the auxiliary mechs, we never really got much else.
Well, that's the thing is like usually for a show like that, we would have a variety of different mecha, and for King-Ohger, they didn't, because even King Caucasus Castle standalone, we got King Caucasus Castle twice, and it was the same footage twice. That was it. So there's not really much of an incentive to buy it, to the point that they had to have fucking Doug Dead actually play around with the toy in the show to try and sell that toy. This toy's not selling. Please buy this toy. People forget that was a thing that actually happened in King-Ohger. Doug did play with the toy, transformed it and all, and pretended it was a spaceship. But you got to sell them toys. And Gotchard, on the other side of things, is obviously maybe it's because of the lack of the hype for the show itself that I guess the cards aren't really doing much. And the cards are guaranteed revenue because the margin on it, the markup based off of cost, is incredibly high.
Yeah,
for cards.
Cardboard.
Yes. It costs them probably pennies to produce those cards, and they sell them for,
dollars.
Yes.
On the penny. By the way, speaking of which, anything else about Gavv in this thing?
Nah, that's it. That's it.
Right.
Nothing else that we know about. So,
are you at all like have any ideas for like the show, like what we're gonna walk into? Older or younger writer? What do you think?
I think because it deals with a lot of junk food and stuff like that, it's going to be a younger writer again.
All right, he's 10 this time.
yeah, literally 10 transforms into an adult when he transforms. Like you just see him grow.
I always hated that trope.
Yes, and that's probably what's going to happen. So I'm not at all too excited in terms of that portion of it. But one thing I am excited about. Oh shit, wrong one. I gotta go move it. There we go. I had to do it. But then soundboard's on page 2. I had to go back to page 1. Pressing the wrong buttons on here. Yes, because Sononi's actress is going to end up being in but I think it's like the Yanma special for
Yep.
For the Deca Ranger stuff, which is still
I think it's Deca Ranger 20th. I think it's that's the one. Maybe it could be both. I don't know.
I mean, it could be, especially if there is like passing of the torch action going on, since she is technically the another Deca Pink, just rocking the they changed the neck piece on the suit to be black versus white to tell them apart, but that's really it in terms of the suit change. So, but hey, that means I could put Sononi's actress for 2 categories for waifu of the year.
Oh my god,
2 slots is just 2 different Sononis. You got the one from the King-Ohger crossover, and then yes. Get a 2-for-1 out here. Yes. The Bav scene. Shared Bav scene with Umigo. I'd be down for that. I know chat would definitely be down. I'd probably die while I'm streaming it because the amount of hydrates that people will spam will probably send me into a coma. Or lead to very bad things being said during the stream, and then, Twitter starts getting things out of context again, and then, lo and behold, shit happens.
I'm sure you would pass out long before you die.
I mean, I did have a stream that was nothing but chair once because I drank way too much.
Mm-hmm.
I thought I ended the stream, just walked out, left chair for 6+ hours.
I mean, that's the most tame thing you could have done when you thought you ended the stream.
That's true. Imagine the other things you could have done.
I could have pulled a DSP. I could have literally pulled a DSP, but no.
Oh my god, no.
No one wants to pull a DSP. Thought you ended it. Start watching adult flicks. Ah, God.
That's happened to so many streamers, like way more often than it should.
Yeah, and even recently.
Guys, make sure your OBS is off. That's it.
Yeah. Make sure it's off. If you've got a camera that's got a light on, always make sure that the light's not on, first of all.
And if you want to be extra safe, just do a hard shutdown and then restart your computer.
Like, literally, like, as soon as I wake up in the morning and I come over here, the first thing I check is, like, is my light on? Okay, it's good. Good. Cool. Sit down.
Yep.
Because just like, I'm just waking up. I'm barely got clothes on. I'm not trying to show up out of here being, like, half naked.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Being like, oh, the stream didn't end and my computer didn't die? I'd be more shocked at the fact that my computer didn't crash from streaming for, like, 8 hours.
Next to your April Fool's, another chair stream.
That would be it. Literally, the review is just going to be chair.
Yep.
It's going to have all the visuals and stuff like that. There's still going to be, like...
the cuts, but there won't be any.
There's going to be footage on the side, but no talking whatsoever. It's just chair.
Like, you still have the rating time and everything. All the effects are there, just no you.
Like, Wild Den-O would show up, but it's Wild Den-O's not even there. It's just the cycle from Wild Force, just there.
Just the cockpit.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
And then it goes to, like, talking forms. Once again, just chair. Rating time, nothing, but then you'll just see an A come on screen with the sound effect.
Let's talk forms.
Yeah, that's literally going to be probably my most viewed video with the worst amount of, like, click-through rates. It's like instantly just clicks through. That's it.
It'll probably be your most viewed video. I'm not gonna lie. How many people would probably watch that?
The thumbnail is just gonna be the chair.
Yeah,
it's gonna be great. Great content. I gotta remember that.
Or I'll remind you. I want to see that.
I got to do it with, like, a long requested, like, series review of something or something whatnot. That'll be my Saber review. The long-awaited Kamen Rider Saber review.
Oh, no, it's like something you promised you would never review. Like something absolutely out of left field.
Ah, yes, the ToQger review. Here it is.
Exactly, the ToQger review. Here it is. Guys, no, it wouldn't be Wizard. It's going to be Jungle Wizard. That's the form. That's that persona.
Let's see. I've seen toy sales. What's a 03? Is it Outsider? Yes, it is Outsiders related.
Why would 03 be outside of Outsiders?
Stranger things have happened in Gotchard. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but
let's see. Megan 2004 did say that they are heavily invested in Gotchard. They understand that it's not for everyone, but it's something that they find relaxing compared to Boonboomger that gave them the same feelings of Wizard gave them after Forze.
Oh. I would like to hear more. I'm curious.
Yeah, because the thing is, like, I was literally searching out for positive aspects for Gotchard in other spheres outside my own, because obviously I know how people in my community feel about Gotchard, so that's why I went to other communities. And since no one knows me on the Toku cast at all, like I'm literally a nobody in that Discord server, I posed a question there, and just like a nobody, I got completely ignored.
I gotta say, like,
I would say shit in Thomas's server, but I'm server muted from that place, and most people have me blocked on there anyway. So,
It would
Yet
be
I'm still
cool
on there.
It would be cool if we disagreed more often. The problem is it's kind of hard. You like the longer you spend with people, sometimes you develop the same like taste and interests. Also, the fact that like the last two things I could only like defend against Zio was like Saber, and I couldn't defend the end of it. The mid section, I tried my best.
It's got a nice mid center. It's like
and the movie because I really
when
like
you eat an Oreo, but you only like the cream, and that was me when I was a kid. I only liked the cream in the Oreo. I didn't care for the cookie part.
It's Saber. It's like the beginning and end are kind of not kind of. They're just shitty. But the middle's pretty good. The movie is also, I think, a very nice like aftertaste. It's like really good. But other than that, I would say the only other thing I tried to defend was like Tycoon and his logic throughout Geats. I
kept going all over the place with Keiwa. Like we really felt it was like the second coming of Kagami from Kabuto, and nah.
I tried my hardest, but eventually,
or you don't count on the TokuCast server because it's like you act on that server like you don't know me, so you try playing up the bit, but still.
But the thing is, I'm an avid commenter on the TokuCast because I actually used to watch their stuff a lot, and I still do. I even donated on one of their streams. I think I even got a thank you and stuff. I gave like $20. But yeah, that was like back when I was looking for a Toku community because like it was either them or what's his name? I keep forgetting. Not the Awesome Rider. It's the he just stopped. He stopped.
Japanime man.
Yeah, Japanime. He was my number one for a while because I was like, oh, sick. Someone who just reviews everything day to day. And then he left, and then I was like, ugh. Then I saw this redhead on the internet.
And you were like, I'm going to make a VTuber based off of him.
No. And then I was like, what? He's allowing me to just talk my shit directly to his face and address his opinions? Let's go. I'm going in.
Yep.
That was back in the days when Zio just would let anyone just hop in to discuss and like argue points about a show.
Which it's not like we don't do that on Discord already anyway.
Yeah, just not live.
Yeah, just not live because it becomes hectic.
Also, less potential, bad things.
Because shit happened on Twitch one time. There was literally someone that joined and just started dropping expletives and slurs, and we're like, yeah, ban them. Ban them.
So definitely better that we don't do that.
So that's what ruined the whole Discord VC chats that were live on YouTube was one person that joined just to troll. So it's like now.
Also, Strike Hopper. I'm not a Japanime hater. I love Japanime. I loved that guy's content. It's just he left. He stopped making content. He has a lot of personal stuff happening, so I can't watch him anymore. That's just it. I love the guy.
Plus, apparently, he was being attacked in the comment section and the social medias and stuff like that by the usual community hijinks. So.
Oh, you're talking to Punk. What did Punk say about? Oh, I see. They've been deleted. Okay, I see. Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Now, let me see. Someone else was talking about Gotchard on here. Orion Gold said that they felt that Rene Majade has been underutilized as of late, which is made much more frustrating when we keep seeing her ass get kicked. I mean, Spanner's ass stays being concaved with how much he's been like kicked in it. I would say Rene less so. But yeah, she is getting some beatdowns down there. And for a show where in the beginning, the writers told us that it was essentially going to be like co-leads with Rene and Hotaro and all that stuff.
Never really felt that way.
Yeah, I never got that perspective at all. And they really should have sped run giving us Majade versus like throwing Spanner in there. Honestly, the show would lose nothing from having Spanner not be in the cast.
We had those two episodes.
Oh yeah. We gave him 2 good episodes, but then the rest of the time he's been jobbing. Even after that those episodes, he's been jobbing.
I'm just saying. Here's my big thing. This is what I really hate about Spanner. He was hyped up to be like this experienced alchemist, like warrior dude that was supposed to be hype and all this shit. He had one okay debut fight, and then he started getting bodied every episode after that. And I'm like, what? This is your like ace alchemist, top dog person who's supposed to show Hotaro how experienced he is, and it's like he just keeps getting his ass whooped. I don't know. I just think they didn't really develop that character right.
I mean, no, not at all. I was a little bit excited this past episode just because of the fact, like, I was joking about it watching the live stream because when Gigas was out here like throwing hands and shit and bodying everybody, I was just like, you can't do that. You're gonna unlock his black flames unless they forgot about his black flames out here, and that's gonna unleash some shit. They brought out the fucking black flames, even though Minato cockblocked them at the end of it, and I was like, you bitch.
I'm also curious. Like the last time I think there was a character who's been like this, like non-relevant to a plot. It was like the secondary from Ghost. I think Spectre. That was his.
Yeah.
I think Spectre was about as useless as Spanner was to the overall plot. I'm not gonna lie. Cue Mark to tell me I'm wrong somewhere, someone. Nope. All right.
Yeah. Mark's not showing up.
Okay.
I'm trying to load up because, of course, yesterday I did the live stream with the Toku slaps and all that stuff, and I had like a live voting in terms of like the different tiers on there. But I'm trying to bring up the thing again so I can see what everyone voted for, but it's just stuck on a loading screen. It hasn't brought up anything, and I'm like, what? I'm just trying to collect these results.
Saying Makoto is better than Ghost is not. It's like saying bread is better than dust. I don't know.
You don't have to super chat me your token. You did that yesterday as well, and I saw your comment earlier. I know it's 6:31. I'll play the song for you anyway.
All right, just for that, make it 6:33 because you added that pointless $2.
Yes, go ahead and just add your super chats to the Toku debt.
Please. Do that. It's your discount.
Includes the pre-orders. Hopefully, those pre-orders do end up coming out this year, and not in some instances where they say pre-orders coming out this month. Pre-order comes out like fucking 4 months later.
I think like I was around that number the second week of January.
I will say that we do have a major release coming out soon because we got them Garo Kens coming out.
I can't wait.
Which, yes, I will finally get the thing that you guys guilted me into purchasing.
I didn't guilt you into shit.
Yeah, y'all completely guilted me into
We did not. What? We just said it's okay to not have it. We just do. You don't. That's it.
You guys completely
we didn't guilty. I said it was okay for you not to get it. I was like,
no,
don't get it, Zio. You don't have to get it.
No.
Listen, we got
your tone now is different from your tone then.
Oh, what? What's my tone now?
I'm just saying your tone now is just like, no. See, this is how I actually went about things. Back then, it's like, no, you guys were definitely gaslighting me.
Not Mark, absolutely. Me,
right?
Maybe just a little bit.
Yeah, as you were like, I'm just getting 3 of them.
It's like, hey, listen, what do you want? I have a lot of room here. I don't know.
Look, I'm out here like probably having to buy some more Dizes because, of course, like I got my birthday gift yesterday, which was the 5 CSM, which I'm like. Honestly, in love with it, minus the speaker quality. Speaker quality on the shit's bad. It sucks when the DX from 20 years ago has a better speaker on this than yeah. But that's it.
K-Touch 2?
Oh, the 21, yeah.
Why do you have that?
Why don't you have it?
I don't want that disgusting piece of trash.
It's a cool device. What are you talking about?
Yeah. Oh God.
Little
for
touch.
The ugliest suit ever made.
You've never noticed that in the background of my video. It's been there.
No, this is the first time I've glanced over there.
It's been there.
I know it's probably been there. This is the first time my eyes honed in to be like, is that the K-Touch?
Why the 21? Because of course you got the Heisei 2 writers in here as well. So you got that in there. It's nice. What are you talking about? Why y'all hating?
Give that to Charles or something.
He probably has 3 of these.
Yeah.
He's going to be like that guy that has 3 PS3s, 4 PS4s, 5 PS5s. He's got 21 K-Touch 21s.
21K. No one should have that many.
He's literally gonna make a video. I want him to do this now, Charles. I want you to get 21 K-Touch 21s, being like, well, you may have no K-Touch 21s, or maybe one K-Touch 21s. I have 21 K-Touch 21s.
And don't forget to be in the bathtub like Legend when you do it.
Yeah, you just gotta do it. Just gotta do it. Charles, make that video. It's probably gonna be your best video ever if you do that. Just do it. If not, someone's going to steal this bit idea. Someone's about to steal this bit idea if you don't get to it first.
Probably Mark.
But if someone sees that video, it'd be like, Zio was right. This is a great video.
Sorry, this is the first time I've noticed that there. I'm just like, wow.
Ah, fuck.
I've noticed it for ages. Even when Zio first turned on his camera when I first met him.
Yes,
I saw
I
that.
know. I assume.
Well, I just dropped the Sengoku driver. It's all over the ground. The sword.
I was looking at the
I
other
was
bit,
very happy that the Sengoku driver is now on the floor.
Oh, it's probably going to manifest him because the fact that Gaim just got dropped like that.
Mark is like, oh, it's where it belongs, on the floor.
Probably. Somewhere out there, he's having a sensible chuckle and not knowing why.
Sensible chuckle.
Yes, just a sensible chuckle. Just.
Did you get any of the what's it called? Did you get any of the good old Blade stuff that came out?
No.
I had a hard
time
not getting.
Remember, I'm working 2 jobs.
I know. I'm sorry.
Just to pay the bills.
I'm sorry.
Can't afford Toku shit. Like the most I've spent on myself recently is literally because I found out that the wife and in-laws were getting me the CSM. I went on Amazon Japan and got me the CSM 5 Excel.
Okay.
With shipping and all, $77.
Are you gonna do an unboxing review?
I don't know. Maybe if I got time.
Hey, could be a nice little stream.
I got King-Ohgers and crossovers and stuff. I got to record videos of and I got a certain upgrade that I need to make that's going to cost me money because I got to get a certain attribute for this particular persona upgrade that I'm thinking of in my head. Like I got the idea and I was like, I got to commit to this idea. This would be the greatest ever.
Nice little subtle hints at it. I wonder if Jack can guess.
But I'm just like, I got to do this.
Chat, put your guesses.
But I gotta spend the money in terms of like how to piece this together. So I literally have to spend money just to get the components I need to make this upgrade work the way that I'm thinking of in my head.
All right. I'm hyped. I'm excited. I hope we get to see it.
So once I get that in, then I can start actually piecing together the review. So probably after next paycheck on Wednesday, I'll start after I budget out all my bills and shit, whatever's left over, then I'll be like, okay, now I can get these components just for this maybe one-time bit. I don't know. If I will make all this and it's literally just a one-time bit. I don't know.
Space Fives already has this upgrade. Space Fives Blaster. Everyone knows this.
So, very, very different aspects. Oh, apparently someone got banned from Marcos's Discord. I keep hearing about his Discord, but apparently it's very...
We're not allowed to go. You have to pay to get in. Patreon member, if I'm correct.
Oh.
I only know this because Sai tried to get me in because he was like, oh, yeah, it's free. Just hop in. And I'm like, oh, okay, sick. And then he was like, wait, it's not free anymore. I can't find the link anywhere. And then, yeah. Apparently, you got to be Patreon member or something like that. I think it's probably one of the lower levels, but hey.
Spend money just to get in. Cool. Hopefully the Discord's popping.
No, it's not. It is dead. Quite dead.
Oh, damn. Rough.
I wouldn't say dead. It's just very inactive. Yeah.
Who's laughing in the background out there?
Don't worry about it. How about you leave me that?
Okay. Didn't have to go like that. Where's your mouse going, though? Why is your mouse going all crazy?
Stop it. Excuse me.
By the way, what's going on? What's going on that side over there?
Leave me alone. Give me one.
Okay. Well, that turned into an interesting piece over there. You all right?
So, long story short, people don't know this about me. I'm an uncle.
Mm-hmm.
There are kids in my house.
Yeah, they just out there. They just chilling. They touching your stuff. They touching your Wonder Ride books. They touching your
No, that's in a separate room.
Okay. That they've busted into?
No, this room they could just walk into. I don't keep this door closed. I have a cat.
How do they feel about your collectibles? They seen your collectibles? I'm assuming they have.
Yeah, I mean, I collect D&D stuff all the time, so they just assume it's like other cartoon animation. So,
That's cool.
The stuff I don't care about, they can touch. I don't really give a shit. I can get replacements for those.
I know when my son is on his little play dates and they're normally not supposed to come downstairs to my room, but sometimes they do because he likes showing. So my best friend's daughter has come down to my room and seen all the stuff, and she's just like, oh my god, so blown away by everything. It's like sensory overload for her in terms of all the stuff that's going on in this room. So
I gotcha.
Hell, even my mother-in-law, when she comes down here, she's scared to touch anything because it feels like a museum essentially. Can't touch anything. You can look but don't touch, which is literally how I am. It's you can look, don't touch.
Mm-hmm.
Might drop some shit. So
that's
how it is. So
my family, whenever they're over, they have a no closed doors policy just because they really do not care.
Gotcha.
I assume your family's similar.
I mean, not really. I don't care.
No. I guess you were never sick as a kid.
No, not really. The most I got was just poison ivy every year as a child because I couldn't stay the fuck away from the bushes outside. I like playing pretend outside.
You're just oh god, look, those bushes are so much fun. I am in the jungle.
And little did I know, poison ivy every year, poison ivy.
You never learned your lesson.
I did not. All them oat baths I had to take, just nonstop.
Damn.
Actually, now that I do have a better phone with a better camera, I might actually do a full Toku Cribs episode of my room.
Film it MTV Cribs properly. Have the wife record you walking in.
You just have the entire thing going on and all that stuff. Because I did actually record everything before using my old phone camera, but the low light conditions in this room, and that's the thing. It's you see this lighting now, but it's literally because I have a softbox light that's pointed at me. The actual lights that I have in this room are the dimmable spotlights all over that I can adjust. So it's a very low lit room normally.
You didn't ever invest in the ring, the light ring, or whatever it's called?
No, well, the thing is, I actually installed these lights myself when I first got the house. Because originally they just had a regular ass light in here, and I was like, no, I want to make this thing fancy. I want them dimmable lights. I want them lights that I can just put down low or up high.
Oh, so that was just before you even thinking about content creation. That was just just something you wanted.
Yeah. So the main reason why was because, just fun fact for anybody who's trying to do home theater stuff or anything like that, is if you're trying to watch movies and actually get the maximum enjoyment for something like an OLED or something to maximize on the black levels of a TV, you don't want the lights to interfere with it. Plus, the reflections that come off those lights on the TV screens can get a little bit interfering. So if I can, that's why I got these lights, so I can just angle them away from the TV so I can have that side of the room dark, this side of the room light, and thus I can still have my enjoyment of my TV screen for the maximum enjoyment of it all. Because I'm a big home theater snob, and 8 years working at Best Buy would do that to you, selling TVs. So
I've always I've always been like curious about like lighting. Like I always like because like when I took like a film course back in I think it was middle school, they always like expressed like how you should have like backlights to like properly like so the light isn't directly at you so that you have less shine on and stuff like that.
Yep.
But I don't know how that like I don't know how that works with like a streaming setup and everything.
Thing is, for streaming setups, you need the lighting like this, especially if you've got a green screen, just to eliminate that green background, because of course all the shadowing that's going to be produced on there would end up like causing some issues. So that's why I've got like the two soft boxes here. I got one that's actually mounted up on the ceiling and the other one that's just on the stand itself, just to go along with the green screen. But even then, there's still some shadowing. I did make some modifications to my desk recently to make it a little bit more easier for me when I'm filming stuff, for me to just be more movie when it comes to like
Yeah, we saw the
Denno
new
doing
angle.
shit. Yeah. So
Is that gonna be permanent now? With the new angle?
Well, the thing is that the way that I'm recording my reviews now is I'm actually using my phone camera now. I'm not using this camera.
Oh, okay.
That's why it's different. Though the first time that I did the recording with this, I was recording at 120 frames. Super smooth. Buttery smooth. And then
All
YouTube
right.
said, fuck you. You can only do 60 frames.
Really?
Yep. And I was like, I spent so long exporting this video. It was running at 120 frames. It's an 8 gig file. It's an 8 gig file. But it took up so much space that after like I did the YouTube upload, I literally deleted that video because I'm like, this is an 8 gig file. Like, this is the biggest. Like, even the Toku Awards isn't that big, and that runs for like 40 minutes.
Yeah, it's pretty massive.
So yeah, it's crazy.
I guess you can't do that anymore. So, what's next on the docket if you had something planned?
Well, it was going over these slap tier list results, but the thing is still loading for me. It doesn't want to give me these results.
Still? I thought we were killing.
Hold on, let me try again. Let me try again. Okay, great. Now it actually popped up on here.
Excellent. Oh, what was your favorite slap that you weren't expecting on the list?
Look, literally a lot of those 70s Tokus were good. Those Ultraman ones, the ones from Ultra 7 and shit, I was like,
oh, you saw that?
Yes. I was like, why are these so fucking wrong?
Oh yeah, there's one that we didn't have enough time to put on the list because you said no more entries. It was from what was it? What was it? Leo. There was a slap from Leo where this like surrogate mother, she just like went hard and slapping this little girl, like just
damn. Damn. So looking at the audience votes in here in terms of the ones that were on here, obviously the last couple that were there weren't able to be added because of the fact that Lookman was adding in the last few slaps in last minute. So the entries that were on the tier list, he gave me the PNGs to upload on there, but they weren't on the actual final one itself. But looking at it, a lot of it is about correct. Though for some reason, why y'all gotta put that non-existent slap in Felt in My Soul? Why is
non-existent slap?
This one from Geets?
Oh,
Tycoon Zombie. That was not a slap. That was a slash. He went like this on the Jamato. Recency bias. Recency bias. You're the reason why Geets got all those cards in Gotchard. Y'all are the reason.
Listen,
Geets then the Decker slapping himself in Felt in My Soul. Oh, really? Nah.
I mean, obviously, everyone. I mean, Geets was just as popular as Build, right? If I'm correct. Not quite as popular as what's the X-Aid, but it was pretty popular.
What do you mean it was? He literally went. That's it.
I feel like a slap. One of the rules for these slaps, I feel like it has to be like that. It has to be someone else slapping them. Because
But it's like a motivational pep slap. That's not something I'm gonna feel in my soul.
Who's that slapping K with in like full contact 20? It's the top row of full contact. Yeah, that. Who's that?
High School Heroes.
Oh, that's High School Heroes. Sorry, my bad. What
Yep.
the heck? That haircut. I just thought that was Caleb for some reason. My bad.
Yeah, we got the two Jocko ones because those were great. God, those were some good ass fucking slaps. The Ultra 7 slap was like, damn, that's a good one too.
No Neon Mom slap.
No, because that was 2 years ago that we did that one.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That's the whole reason why. Yeah, this is just part 2 on here. Though we got the Black Sun with God, Aoi's mom getting slapped by Bergenia.
Oh yeah, that. Ooh.
Just out there. The Rukendo slap out here in full contact. Though 369 votes.
Ooh.
Nice. 369s.
Yeah.
Nice. Let's see. The kilometer away ones. Let's see. The orb origin slap. Yeah, that was no. That little girl slap. Yeah, that ain't great. The Bima X slap. Nope. Abba Ranger was definitely disappointing in the slap department, but looks like a lot of folks put them in just mid, not as
nothing but
low
there.
as I was putting them. The Geki Ranger ones were a little bit disappointing, and Kiva started off strong, but then by the end, like a lot of their slaps were kind of weak. So,
is that Time Ranger?
Yes, there were a couple of Time Ranger slaps in here as well. So I mean, the stream was only an hour long, so
yeah, I saw it was like hour 30 something.
And then after that, I went on Twitch so we could watch the King-Ohger director's cut.
Oh, yeah, that big mistake.
Yeah. I was like, okay, let me finally watch this. So, like, Claudia, you haven't seen the King-Ohger director's cut at all?
No, I saw the end. I saw from from Deathnarak coming back, and then I missed I missed the bits of like the food fight thing, and then I caught the Queen fight, the Queen's A fight, and then I caught the end. That was about it.
Asher, did you see the director's cut of the King-Ohger like last 3 episodes? Oh, you're muted.
I also caught a stray from you during that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, you're still muted.
No, sorry,
okay.
I forgot that the director's cut King-Ohger came out. Like,
don't watch it.
Yeah, it came out forever ago. Honestly, it's not worth it. There's nothing added that substantially changes things. They didn't spend more time cooking up the CG. They didn't spend more time making the green screen like world environment work better. There were some added bits that worked in some sense, but otherwise, yeah, it's still the same content we had already seen.
I would say it does look better as a movie than as like 3 different episodes. Like it does look better that way.
I mean, the fact that they had the episodes like flow into each other the way that they did, did work out in that sense.
But then those credits, boy, those credits.
I mean, the major scene that stood out to me that was a new one, and we were talking about it before the stream started, was when we have pretty much Papillon, Ohger, but it's not it's not Rita. It's literally the previous sovereign as well as the previous queen of Tofu. They're defending the King-Ohgers as they're munching down on their rice, having their fun, and the Bugnarok are attacking. That's the only real scene of substance that felt new-ish, really, in terms of the way that it worked out. But otherwise, I'm like, yeah, nothing else substantial. We did actually play the Avengers OST during the big fight that happened, what would have been the second episode of the 3. And it worked out. it worked out pretty good. It definitely flowed very well. And then my computer died, and then it came back, and then I had microphone issues where voice mod wouldn't pop up, so my microphone wasn't getting picked up. So I was just out here like, can't say shit. Can't
Did
say
you
shit.
delete that stream out of curiosity?
No, it's still there.
Damn, the mouse is coming for you.
It's literally there. So, I mean, look, there was a lot of Mickey Mouse talk about it, but hey, look, everyone saw the mouse.
Yeah, we did. That freaking monument that was out of God, it looked like the ear.
Yeah, it's literally the Mickey Mouse like symbol. It's just like, oh yeah, we just blew off one of the ears. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they could have had a better final fight. That's the thing. I was at least expecting. Did they spend all this time making the final fight better? No.
That would have been worth it, honestly. If the final fight looked better, I think that would have been a good.
If the final fight was literally Gurren Lagann levels of shit, that I would have been happy. But no, not really. That was just a thing that didn't really. It was not worth it.
So, like, what's like the level of like rewatch would you say King-Ohger is for you personally? Like, when would you say you would get the craving to rewatch this? How many years?
5 to 7 years.
Okay.
I don't rewatch shows often. Like, usually I'm more like a one and done type thing. There's not a lot of an urge to like revisit a show because I know the investment it takes to get back into, and I don't have the time for it. That's the thing. Like, sure, if I was younger, I would have had all the time in the world. That's why, during my high school and college years, I was nonstop watching a lot of the shit. Even while watching the shows week to week, I was digging through a lot of the back catalog and things like that. But when you get to be an adult and actually have jobs and responsibilities, it's hard to devote the time into, rewatching the shows, which is why I do the whole Toku Rewind things on Saturdays. Which, I mean, we're literally about to finish B Fighter and Shinkenger, and then after that, I'm murdering everybody in the chat by watching Big Bad Beetleborgs and Power Ranger Samurai. So,
Damn.
Wait, you're watching what?
Yes, so I'm pulling a Toku Rewind remix after this. So after we're done with B Fighter and Shinkenger, I am remixing it, and we're gonna watch Big Bad Beetleborgs, not Metallics, but just Big Bad Beetleborgs, and we're gonna watch Power Ranger Samurai. You want to know why? You want to know why? Because chat wouldn't shut up about comparing Shinkenger to Samurai.
Shinkenger is Samurai. They just the American.
They would shut up about it. They want. It's like, in Samurai, this is how they did this and this. And I was just like, y'all won't shut up.
When you've seen Shinkenger, you've seen Samurai. They hit the exact same beats, except for the
yeah, but I want to see it purely vanilla. just like with
Jaden.
all that Jaden.
No, why?
Especially since we just got to the part in Shinkenger where we got Kaoru and Tanba, and God, Tanba can go eat a bag of dicks. Like, I hate that man so much. The chat was hating that man as well.
I can't wait for you guys. I hope eventually you get to watch before Gridman. I hope you watch the what is it, Samurai thing?
Superhuman Samurai?
Right? Yeah, Superhuman Samurai, whatever. Cyber Squad or something like that. Yeah, I hope you watch that before you watch Gridman.
I don't know. John's fighting to try and get Gridman on the watch, but it would be incredibly awkward if that and Superhuman Samurai ended up being the winners on that roll. Then we literally watch one and then move on to the other one during that same night.
Yep.
That would be an interesting Toku Rewind.
I'll tell you this, there's a lot of differences.
Look, Superhuman Samurai was a show that no one talked about back in the day anyway. Like, because no one was watching like that children's block. It was all about Fox Kids during that era.
True. Yeah.
So had it been on Fox Kids, maybe it would have found an audience. But no, it's like, even as a kid, I don't remember a single person talking about it. I don't remember any toy adverts for it because it was probably on the network that it aired. So yeah.
Gross.
Never got to finish Big Bad Beetle. Look, I don't even remember watching it as a kid because I think I was so like, I'm too old for this shit. says me at 8 years old watching Big Bad Beetleborgs.
I cannot wait for you to watch Megaforce. That's gonna be nice.
I'm not looking forward to that at all.
It will eventually
What
happen.
year did Big Bad Beetleborg come out? Let me see. Big Bad Beetleborg.
I think around the same time as Power Rangers Turbo, or just before that.
So 97, 98? Let me see. 96, actually. So I was 7 when it came out.
I was not born.
Let me see here. Oh, Google just goes straight to like, here's the cast. And I'm like, wait, that's how they
Oh wait, 97.
like?
No, never mind. I was born. Yeah, I was alive. I think it was 2.
It's like I'm out here looking at Count Fangula out here.
Oh.
I literally forgot the names of these characters, but I'm like, that's stupid as fucking name. Fangula.
Out of curiosity, Ash, if you could get like Zio to watch like anything, like any Power Ranger season, like what would you want him to see? We gotta talk like post. Oh, RPM. Okay.
No, RPM's up there, but I just want to see his reaction to like Megaforce and Super Megaforce of how bad they fumble it.
Yeah, we all want to see that because he'll know all the suits that were never properly referenced in Power Rangers that are going to be referenced in this show.
Look, I watched the first episode, and I honestly was morbidly curious about Megaforce after that first episode. and I am still morbidly curious about it.
You will I'll just say this, you will definitely be very morbid by the end of it.
Possibly. Why do you want to force
No.
me to watch Ninjago?
Wait, Lego Ninja? Why would he? That show has like 8 seasons, right, or something like that. So
shit, it went that long.
It went for a while. Like they went through like a point where like the original ninjas left. Lloyd became like the leader, had his own thing going on for a while. I don't know. It was crazy. 15 seasons. The fuck?
Oh, wow.
It did not go for that long. I get it.
Not have 15
Ain't
seasons.
no way.
Ain't no way. I know it had a lot of seasons, but there was no way it was like 15.
Oh fuck! It is 15.
It is 15 seasons.
210 episodes.
Wow.
Damn. I'm sorry. You were right. Damn.
The show went on for 8 years. Crazy.
I knew it went on forever. I just didn't know it was that long. I thought it only had like 8 seasons.
Aren't they like short episodes, like 12-minute episodes, like Adventure Time or something? So they just air them together.
It started that way. Like it was like 2 half episodes, and then they became full episodes. Right,
and then there's a theatrical movie.
Yeah, the theatrical movie, from what I understand, has almost little to nothing to do with the proper show. Like it kind of is its own timeline potentially, because like it from what I saw from that movie, it's oh yeah, 23 minutes. Yeah,
most popular Lego property to date. Man, Bionicles and Hero Factory got robbed, got shafted.
I disagree, only because that second Bionicles movie pissed me off.
I like the Bionicles, but I got bigger into Hero Factory afterwards.
Fair enough.
Like people probably haven't seen, but in my shelf of collectibles and shit, I've got a shelf dedicated to nothing but like Hero Factory stuff.
I still can't believe Ninjago has like Ninjago 15 seasons. What were they doing for 15 seasons?
It must have been a very short turnaround to get 15 seasons.
Yes, I got Hero Factory shit.
They were only around for 8 years. How do you have 15 seasons in 8 years? It's 2 seasons a year.
I love the Hero Factory shit.
How do you do this?
Man, this thing's dusty as fuck. I feel like if I move any of these joints, they're gonna snap because the plastic.
Oh, it went on for 12 years. Okay. Jesus. That makes it slightly better, but not by a lot. Out of curiosity, how many of you guys are like Ninjago kids? Because like I remember when it started airing like on Cartoon Network. I never like was a kid enough to watch like that. So
Oh, Voltus 5 Legacy. Shit. Did they manage to sub more episodes? Because last I checked, it was like only episode 1 since it literally was airing every damn day.
okay. A little more of you than I thought. Oh, actually, quite a bit more of you than I thought. Quit after season 5, I see. All right.
Well,
what did they even do for 15 seasons? I still need to know.
Yeah, I daily mundane shit.
Now I'm actually curious, and now I kind of want to watch Lego Ninjago just so I know what happened.
It's on Netflix Australia. Let me just.
Fuck.
How many seasons do they have on there?
Let's see, Ninjago streaming.
I don't know how we got to this point.
It is on regular Netflix America. So yes.
Yeah, but it's only 4 seasons from what I can see. So I guess it's like whatever they've got.
It is also on Prime Video.
Okay.
Oh, so maybe that's split.
And apparently also available on Tubi and Pluto TV.
Okay.
So you can check it out there, Cloudy. Not me.
I will definitely be printing a ticket if I ever have to. See y'all. Like, that's 300 plus episodes. Jesus Christ. There's no way you would ever be able to watch that on Toku Rewatch. There's no way. That's impossible.
But I mean, look, you watched all of Kamen Rider, like the original Kamen Rider, in the span of was, like, 2 weeks.
No, that was 3 weeks and a half.
Yeah, so give yourself 3 months. You can do Ninjago.
I would never. I would tire out of it. The only reason I kept up with OG Rider was at least because
What if it's actually good? What if you get invested?
I doubt it. I mean, I feel like
it'll be one of those shows that even when you're working out at the gym, like you'll be on like the treadmill and you'll just be putting it on your phone. That's what I did with Hunter x Hunter the first time I watched Hunter x Hunter. I was like,
no, I have a Shangri-La for that. I like watching Shangri-La at the gym.
Well.
Or MASH still. I like watching MASH as well.
But yeah, outside of what we've talked about, what else really happened these last 2 weeks? It's kind of been slow news weeks in general, anyway.
Yeah, pretty much.
I was expecting like the shit to like hit the fan this morning in terms of like news drops and all that stuff, but no, it's been tame because sometimes we get those Friday surprises in terms of like news informations, but no, we haven't really had much.
See, we have been streaming for a couple of hours. I did post the Kamen Rider trilogy that Media Blasters is releasing. I think it is. It's in the private chat for the stream chat.
Yeah,
check that out.
I thought it was going to be like a what do you call it?
Yes, I did see that.
Maybe wise. Maybe it'll be like, oh yeah, I remember that the Rider Trilogy collection.
So why do I have to put a collection with a K? It's kind of weird.
Did we?
Kamen Rider.
Kamen Rider.
Yeah.
Kamen Rider brings the K.
It's Shin Zed-Oj, the movie.
Shin Zed-Oj.
Just like that persona I got.
I don't like how it's actually in the order you put.
Because that's the order in which they came out. That's why I
know, but like, you know what I mean? Like, no, why?
Great, why? I'm gonna steal this and make this cover art with Shin Zed-Oj. Yeah, no, there's only one version of him, just 3 times.
Oh, no.
That's it. That's gonna be his logo.
I mean, Jay was nice.
Saving it.
Shin was also really good.
Then they had I saw that like I think it was a couple weeks back subs had dropped for Kamen Rider World, which was literally just Zeto and Jay fighting against Shadow Moon and his forces, and then you had Giant Shadow Moon fighting against Jay.
It's crazy.
It's only like 20 minutes long. But yes, someone did upload it with a very nice quality on the usual
Places.
venues. Yes.
Yeah. I would like to see another writer like Jay that just got massive.
You know, maybe Gavv gets big.
No.
He eats like the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man from Ghostbusters and just becomes
Inflates.
large. Yeah. Just
No. Oh boy. I don't know.
then they get like Oja's suit actor to play Gavv for that portion.
I think I'm gonna like the next Rider season only because I have my expectations are on like below the ground, if that makes any sense for Rider. Because the last every season of Rider since Saber, I've been incredibly disappointed with, and even including Saber, and even including parts of 01, and including Go.
I will say Reiwa has been more hit for Rider, while Reiwa's been kind of like a resurgence for Sentai.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're trending in the opposite directions for me in terms of viewership because like Heisei and Heisei 2, I was definitely way more of a Kamen Rider like fan in general than I was Sentai. But now it's like skewing the other way. I don't know what's going on, but
next episode of Boonboomger and all the Sentai. It's just, but Rider right now, I'm just like the next Rider could hit in like 2 weeks, and I probably would be very apathetic. I feel like it's because. Go ahead.
Well, even then, like when it comes to like head writers for Sentai, even though I tend to be more cautious, and even like knowing the information that I do, I still tend to be like more. I always look at things kind of like glass half empty. That's usually the type of person that I am anyway. So I get pleasantly surprised with Sentai because I always go in with the expectations that, you know, I'm probably going to get disappointed with it. And then it actually ends up being really good and enjoyable. It's the same thing with Kamen Rider as well. But the thing is, Kamen Rider actually ends up fulfilling those unsavory perspectives.
Yeah. It's funny because I'm thinking like, I feel like Sentai is even when it's safe. Bless you, by the way. I feel like even when it's safe, it's still doing something relatively creative and kind of pushing the envelope. You know what I mean? Like there's creativity there, and I don't see that in Rider. Not at least not recently. I don't see much of it.
I mean, for Boonboomger in general, and I can understand why for some folks it might not be their cup of tea because Boonboomger in general, there is plot. But the majority of it happens within maybe like the first 6 to 8 minutes of the episode. And then the rest of the episode is nonstop action. That's like in doing the recaps for it, I'm just like, that really is all that happened. Shit. There really wasn't a lot to digest when it comes to the episode in itself because the rest of it is literally action.
Yeah.
And it started going that way pretty much as soon as we got Joe becoming Boom Black. Pretty much the episodes after which have been nothing but action since before the midpoint of the episodes. It's already been at action point.
Yeah.
And you know, sometimes that's good, especially like I would say since Geats was one of those shows that had the best fight choreography, and that's literally why a lot of people enjoy it. That's the best aspect of Geats outside of like the big meaty plot that we got like those first 16 episodes, but then you stay for the fights. Like the fights were always enjoyable. If they literally just focused a lot more on the fight aspects, because even when watching the Jamashin or Jamato Awakening film, it focused. The fighting was still great. The fighting was still landing for me, and I was like, this. I can never say that the fighting sucked in Geats because the fighting was great in Geats. Even in the parts where they had some flubs, like yes, we saw with Buffa's upgrade, the knee pads were definitely hanging on by a thread, but otherwise, the majority of the Geats on Geats fighting, pretty good.
Good.
Pretty good. Yeah.
The other writers were pretty good at fighting too.
Yep. The cinematography that happened along with the fight choreography is really the icing on the cake that we had with that, which is why it worked well for Geats, and I feel like Boonboomger's kind of inherited a lot of those aspects because the fight choreography in Boonboomger is amazing.
Top tier. Like Taya's fight against what's his name? The first not the first time, when they were in the cage, when the others
Mad
were
Rex.
when Mad Rex was, that was insane. That was really good. Well handled. I don't know. It's because like the thing I think with Gotchard is that it doesn't do anything like super well, if that makes any sense. Like it doesn't have a super amazing overarching narrative, and it doesn't have really good action.
Yeah, that's the one thing that is definitely a major downgrade coming off of Geats is I expected Gotchard to continue the trend of all the good fight choreography that we were getting, but no, not at all. And sometimes the finishers were completely floaty. Majade's finishers were floaty. UFO X's finishers were floaty to the point that they just felt like they had no weight behind the impact. Sure, that's gotten slightly better in some of the episodes, but for the most part, Geats, Boonboomger did it better. Like King-Ohger, even their fight choreography ended up being really good.
Mm-hmm.
But Gotchard hasn't had, I would say, a monumentally memorable fight.
No, I would agree. I don't think there was a fight that made me like hit the floor or like just had a jaw drop and be like, "That's good." Like that's some good shit right there. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I feel like maybe it just feels like there is an aspect, like all aspects of the show, they're doing so mediocre. If that maybe that's not the best word, but I feel like it's just so average on like every single.
That's part of the reason, and what High Tide just posted up is essentially echoing my thoughts when I put out that latest Gotchard video in terms of how the show should have been versus what we got. Like there were so many other ways, other directions they could have taken the flow of the show versus what we actually got.
Yeah. Because the Pokemon aspect of it, that was handled off screen for most of it. Basically, it's like every time we got back to a new episode, they had like.
We haven't gotten Gold Dash on screen for a while. Well, obviously because it's a motorcycle, and motorcycle scenes in Kamen Rider nowadays are a finite thing.
Oh yeah, Geats definitely tried to do it more often than others. Still didn't have it too much, but
even for the final episode of Geats, the only reason why we got it was because it was inside that warehouse where they could get away with it.
Yep,
and not actually on the streets.
The days of like riders having like really interesting like street fights or bikes, kind of gone. Like you're not gonna see like a Kuga like proper bike fight in Rider nowadays, because that was pretty sick to see in Kuga.
Yep. And even then, like a lot of the times we were like, well, you know what? They're choosing more and more common like bikes and the more, well, especially in Geats, because I mean that motorcycle straight up was barely modified. Mm-hmm. So we're like, oh, we're probably gonna see more of this in the show. Nah, not really. Hey, remember the music video where it was CG?
Oh right.
It's like they couldn't even bring in the bike for it. That was bad.
Didn't you make like a CG bike or something for like was a joke for that, or was it when you like redid the? Oh no, that was your hand when you did the Geats opening. You put your hand instead of a fox.
Yes, I put the hand. Yes, when I did the Geats without Geats, that I think I had to take down because YouTube was like, Toei's claiming this. What? It's a YouTube short. I thought they couldn't claim shorts.
I thought so too.
And then they started claiming shorts, and I'm like, Toei just out here being ruthless.
Maybe it wasn't transformative enough, even though it's like I just removed Geats.
The thing is, so the motorcycle things with Japan, that's been a thing since like Heisei 1. Like there's a reason why in Fives the majority of the time you saw them with their motorcycles, they were dragging them. They were walking alongside them because they couldn't ride them.
Yeah. Then how do they get away with that one scene in like Amazon season 2 where they have like the bikes at night and they're chasing that one dude?
The thing is, if they got the money for it, then they can
close the
afford to
roads.
like close certain roads to do it.
Yeah.
Because that's the entire thing. Is that they just can't do it in the flow of traffic. Though one scene that really stands out for me is the beginning of Kabuto when he does the clock up and he's riding the bike between the flow of traffic that's frozen.
And then
Like
just
that.
starts jumping all over it.
Yes,
That's
and
great.
that scene will always live rent free in my mind because it felt so fucking cool the first time you see it.
Oh yeah, Kabuto was the beginning, especially was just so cinematic. Like they did a lot of cool experiments.
Yep.
Still my favorite writer show. My great writer show. It's too bad it only has 47 episodes.
Mhm.
And not 50 for sure.
I still need to
People
watch
on
Cougar.
TikTok were asking about the Geets Without Geets video. No. Look, I spent 5 hours on that video. I was like, man, doing this shit took so much time. It was worth it.
It was worth it. It was great. It's just you can't see it anymore. I guess.
Yet, for some reason, that whole press conference video with the King-Ohgers versus Dom Bros in terms of reacting to their theme songs is still, up, even though those pressers were region blocked.
Yeah.
But I put it into shorts, and it's still fine, and it's my most viewed thing out there. It's like over 100,000 views. Ridiculous.
That's pretty impressive. I feel like you really should do more shorts if you can.
It's got to be controversial shorts for them to hit that kind of number, though.
Yeah.
I feel like you don't have an issue being controversial.
I gotta start pulling the grift.
Bring out more of your hot takes.
Yes, those scorching, controversial hot takes regarding certain seasons.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And just put them into shorts.
Mm-hmm. Like Ghost was incredible, right?
Mhm.
No, that's something for Mark to do.
Oh,
That's how Mark like monetized the haters with that one.
okay. I gotta ask you something. Like, what's your opinion on the Wizard if you ever seen it? Because I thought Wizard was boring.
That's the thing. It's like, yes, I watched Wizard when it was airing. Because the thing is, it's like a lot of the seasons. When it comes to Heisei, I've seen them all except for Hibiki now. Ghost is the only exception because I dropped Ghost at the end of the show. Literally, there was like 3-4 episodes left.
Could not be bothered.
And I was like, I don't care. I've already lapsed in terms of weeks that this was playing. And the new show just started. I think I'm just going to watch that. And nothing of value was lost. But Wizard, for the most part, I would say, yes, it was boring. And I would say even though, I give Forze shit because it's just not my thing, I enjoyed Forze more than Wizard. Forze was more memorable to me than Wizard. Wizard had like nothing going on for me.
Forze had great characterization, at least in my opinion. The Wizard, my thing about it is like Wizard's really cool and interesting outside of Wizard. Like if Wizard shows up outside of Wizard.
Beast's introduction was like the best part for me going into things. But outside that, it's like I didn't care. I was bored. I watched it through to the end, and I can't recall much about the show. And I've only seen it back when it was airing. That was it. The only thing that I remember is just Naoto with his mayo, and then the plain sugar donuts.
I remember the suits. Definitely remember the suits. I cannot forget those suits.
And we Wiseman was an all right suit until we saw too much of it, and then I was like, why is everybody just Wiseman? And that's it. You had like what was it, detective lady? I don't even remember the names anymore.
Yeah, I don't know. I know a lot of people like
Wizard folks. It's a season.
I know people liked Wizard. It just wasn't for me personally.
Thoughts on Agito? So Agito for the longest time, and I say this often, so I feel like a broken record at this point in time, especially being in the fan base, the community for as long as I've been. When I got into Kamen Rider, people were saying don't watch Agito as your first season or one of the first seasons because it's peak. It's too damn good. You start watching it, you're going to be comparing every other show to it. So don't watch it yet. Wait until you have a couple of seasons under your belt, then you can go ahead and watch yourself some Agito. You'll enjoy it and you'll understand why it's peak. That kind of shit.
Wasn't that like the whole Gaim thing?
I don't know because I didn't
Yeah,
interact
that's
with
what
the
people
community
said to me
during
about
Gaim.
Gaim.
Yeah, because everyone was like, Gaim is peak. It's like the best. You got to finish Gaim. Gaim is like insane.
Or it's like if you watch Gaim, you're not going to find anything like it because it's so unique with its writing.
Exactly. Like that's what I heard about Gaim.
But yeah, during that era, so this is like around the time that Kabuto was airing and all that stuff. People were just saying, don't watch Agito just yet. Wait till you got a couple seasons under your belt. And so I didn't watch Agito until Kiva was airing. Was the time that I went back in. Actually, I think it was it was during Kiva because for Deno, I was a little bit like disappointed by the ending of Deno.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was just like, oh, hey, it's a satisfactory ending. You know, this show doesn't need to continue on more. Next thing you know, as soon as Kiva's starting, we get a promo for the Climax Deca that they were promoting and all that shit. And I was like, why is this going on? Why do we palette cleanser? What do we got? Dig through these back catalogs, which back then there wasn't much back catalog for me. It was either Ryuki that I had already done back catalog on, or Agito. So I went and watched Agito and loved it. Loved it. I love the entire mystery of the Akatsuki Go in the beginning. I love that essentially there's only 3 narratives to the entire show. And it's just following like Agito, Gills, and G3. Like it just like each of the main characters were the plot threads. Their own narratives in terms of how that was going and the intertwining between them all, leading up to the end where, fight God. But I definitely understood why everyone enjoyed it, and it became my favorite writer show for a long time. The reason why Fies is my favorite show is only because of Nostalgia Goggles, that being my first Kamen Rider season. So, in terms of Nostalgia Goggles, Fies is my favorite season, but Agito is the better show.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
No, I get that.
So yeah, I really enjoyed Agito for definitely all it had. I really wish Burning Form had more of a presence than like the 2 episodes
Shining
it was
Form?
in, and that was it.
Burning Form looked better than Shining Form.
Oh, it did, and definitely like bulked up. I was like, boy, out here, beefcake, just doing it. So it was good, but then once we got Shining Form, I was like, like that other form better.
Oh, that reminds me. Ash, what's your favorite season of Rider and potentially why, if you have one?
I haven't seen a lot of them, so it's hard to say. Like I haven't had a large back catalog of everyone else. I like Gaim. I like 01. I'm halfway through Build and I'm enjoying that. I need to finish that. Yeah, they're the ones I've seen. Ryuki I enjoyed. I've only seen so many. I've seen like the mainstream ones that people tell you to watch.
Okay, I see.
The thing about Ryuki that is weird is, of course, if going back to like that era, everyone was saying don't watch Ryuki because Ryuki is, it was the dark horse of the black sheep of Kamen Rider. They're like, don't watch it. It's not good. It breaks the fundamental conventions of what Kamen Rider should be and this, that, and the other. And I get that. But at the same time, like when I watched that, I was like, why was everybody shitting on this show? Everybody was literally treating it like it was the worst thing ever. And I actually really enjoyed Ryuki. The plot twist near the end, I was like, I'm not trying to spoil like a really old show for some folks, but you know when you know.
Yeah.
And I mean, you do have the big reset and stuff like that, but it works better in Ryuki because it was like a one-time thing, technically, versus Geats, where it was like every arc we had a reset. So it definitely felt weightier in the prospect of Ryuki versus anything else. And I did enjoy it, though. I know some of the criticisms that Ryuki had definitely stem more from the synopsis of the show back when it was first revealed and the intro of the show, because it kind of implies that anyone and everyone could be a Kamen Rider. And the way that they were showing, if you look at the intro, you see different people of all walks of life holding an Advent card. And it's just like, oh, we're literally going to see different people from all walks of life become Kamen Riders. No, that's not the case. We just got pretty boy drama. We got the one chick, and that was only in the film, and that was it. But it was just pretty boy drama.
Yeah, we did get the psycho killer though.
Yeah, but we got pretty boys in their 20s fighting it out. That was it.
Yeah.
So that's something that I do give Geets prop for, is that literally anyone and everyone became Kamen Riders. Except children. You didn't see any child Kamen Riders there. Missed opportunity. Do it next time. Takahashi's going to cook next time. He's hearing this right now and going like, hold up. I got it. Geets with kids.
One day I gotta talk it out, but I think I rewatched Blade recently. And just note, I watched Kabuto last year, so I don't know what I like more at this point. Because like my thing is Kabuto hits so many different elements. Like it has a great comedic aspect, great fight scene and choreography, as well as a really nice story. And the characterization is great. But so does Blade. But the Blade doesn't. I feel like Blade doesn't capture like the comedy aspect I enjoy from Kabuto that much, because it is more of a serious show overall.
I mean, Blade was one of those shows that I think they had a lot of hands in the pot for that show.
Yeah.
So, but the thing is that the fact that it managed to stick the landing the way that it did is kind of what makes it as peak of a show as it was. Because fundamentally, the way that they explained the battle fight, the prospect of it all, how Hajime technically became Hajime and all that stuff with the spirit undead and all, it was great storytelling. The way that they managed to like get that out there, even though the beginning is a slog. The beginning of Blade is a slog. Yes.
But it's great. It honestly is really good.
Because at first I didn't want to drop Blade. The first time I was watching it, I did almost want to drop it.
But I don't know. Because my thing is, my problem with Kabuto, which is still, I have to say, technically still my favorite season of Rider. I hate the end. I hate the end so much. I hate the last 3 episodes so much. But yeah, Blade's ending is just so good. And it's like, I can't really decide which show I like more, because like, everything is telling me like Kabuto. Like you just, because I enjoy watching Kabuto. Like I can easily watch 1 through 47, easy, no problem, hands down. But like,
where was I saying this? I think it was on Discord. I was saying this, but like the prospect of death means nothing in these shows recently, because everyone comes back to life, and I was just like, could you imagine in Kabuto if like Tsurugi comes back like 2 episodes after he died?
Why did you say that? Why?
I'm just saying. If Tsurugi just came back, just really.
No.
Wouldn't that make it even worse of an ending?
Yes, absolutely. It would be the worst thing to ever happen.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, I feel like if these shows from back then got made now, if they died, they came back right away.
Yeah, it would be so much worse, I would say. That's why I got to give it to Heisei 1. They really just knew how to like give it like a serious, or not even serious, but just a well-developed show. You know what I mean? There were proper stakes and everything, even in like the more lighthearted series.
And even then, nowadays, we can't even pull "did they get their flowers though" argument, because look at Girori from Geets. He got his flowers. He still came back.
Yep, and he came back in 2 more movies.
So it's like you can't even go with the usual logic that we would have is, but did they get their flowers though? Because now they can still come back even if they got their flowers. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So yeah, the prospect of death when it comes to a lot of these shows is non-existent. Another thing that's dead is just the fact of having a villain just be a proper villain, because there's so many villains nowadays that just get redeemed.
Yeah.
And I'm tired of it. I'm tired of redeemed like villains. Because hell, even Western media does it, because Disney's definitely been doing this for like the last 10 years now, where the villains aren't really bad guys. They just had a tragic backstory, and this
You know the worst
was
thing?
their outlet.
I think you can even do like a villain being just a bad guy with their own tragic backstory or whatever the heck. Not with the tragic backstory, but like, because like they always say the argument for like what makes a good villain is not only the fact that you hate them, but they're the protagonist of their own show. So like if you saw things from the villain side, you would be just as compelled to watch them like do all their shit as the hero, right? And it's like one of those things where I feel like it's rare. We haven't gotten that in a while where like there's either a villain faction or a villain that is just like, I'm so interested in this guy to know like what makes him so bad that it wouldn't even matter if they got redemption. I just want to be interested in their story. You know what I mean? And like if their storytelling would be great, because you don't have to redeem a villain to make it good. You know what I mean? You could just have an asshole for the sake of having an
And even then, they still try to throw in some aspect in there, even if they get like their comeuppings at the end. Because I still remember Gifu and Revice. Essentially, his entire thing was just like, I made a family, and I kind of would just want to be a family with y'all. And they were like, nah, fuck you, family right or kick.
Goodbye, Grandpa. We hate you.
Yes. It's like, oh, okay, he was trying. He tried. See, that's something that I at least give like Solomon in Saber some props, because he literally was a villain because he got bored.
Yeah, he was just I don't like my job. I hate this. I'm
alive for too long. It's boring out here. I just wanted to shake things up. Like I
like that.
Like
I like it.
And then stories came along and fuck him.
Don't talk about him. But the other thing is I find interesting is that with Raculus, like especially, it's like not only like could they have just made him like just the bad guy for either the sake of it, they didn't really have to redeem him. Although I do think that it did work at the end of the day. Like
the thing about Raculus's redemption is now seeing like the ending of King-Ohger. He could have still died and came back for that final fight.
Yeah.
So he still could have like had the big revelations, died in like a blaze of like glory type thing,
and then came back to
exactly throw hands, and that would have made it like much better for me. But the thing is, he literally became the butt of a lot of jokes right after, and then kept like lore planting shit that didn't have to be a thing in the end of King-Ohger, and sidestepping the story that is just like, oh well, now Doug Dead, all this shit's going on, like this is crazy. Now let's sidestep it by introducing these king symbols. It's like, no, they literally fucked up a lot of those different aspects with that aspect.
There's another one that I really want to talk about if I can. ToQger's villain. Can I talk about that or no?
I don't know shit about ToQger, so
would you be upset if I did?
I just wouldn't have anything to throw into the conversation.
Okay. I'm just trying to like not ruin too much of it, like, you know what I mean, in case you ever watch it.
I might, if people pick it for Toku Rewind, like if it manages to hit the spinning board.
All right, I'll try to be as vague as I can. But I love ToQger's villains. One, because they're way over designed and in such a cool way, especially the main bad guy. But specifically, what I like about the main villain of ToQger is he's obsessed with the light. Like, they're creatures who are supposed to live in darkness and be content with darkness, but he is obsessed with being in light, seeing light, and all this other stuff, right? And it is so cool to see, because at first you just are like, this guy is the main bad guy? Like, sure, he's strong. Like, he seems strong. But, like, he seems like he wants to be a good guy so bad. And then they flip it. And then it's like, you understand what he means when he says he wants to be in the light. And he wants the light, like, wants to see it. And then I'm like, I'm scared of this person after seeing what he means by that. And it's such a really good, like, revelation that it's like a character that I thought was like, okay, cool, he's a villain because he's bad. No, he's a villain, and he has quite possibly the most messed up motivation out of all of them, even though it looked like they were portraying him as like someone who's misunderstood and wanted to be a good guy. And I'm like, that's really cool. That's how you do it. You know what I mean? I don't know if that... For those of you who have seen ToQger, you know what I mean. like by that. Like,
I mean,
it is,
I heard ToQger's got like you watch it for the villains at the end of the day.
yeah. I feel like by that they mean these other sets of villains, but like the main bad guy is genuinely probably my favorite villain that I've seen in a very long time. Like he's like it's actually messed up like what his goals are when you think about it and what he's done. It's crazy. It's actually pretty cool. I'm not trying to hype it up too much because I don't want you to go in overhyped and stuff like that, but it's cool. It actually is pretty good. It's pretty well done. And I really hope you see it one day because you're going to probably be like, what the fuck?
Maybe. We'll find out.
If Ash ever watches TokuTonic, I highly recommend it. Oh, Ash is muted.
You're muted. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I've been muting because of coughing. I think I made it like to the 30s of ToQger, which is a trend with me when binge watching Sentai and Rider. I make it to the 30s and then Yeah. So I know the villain you're talking about. It's just like I haven't made it that far with him, but he does seem like a really interesting guy.
Mm-hmm. It's I would say it's I don't know. It takes time and investment because this isn't something that happens early on in the show. This happens mid to late game because there's like
and they do take a while to introduce that villain that you're talking about as the bad.
You see him as a human for most of it because that's like the form he chooses to take. But then when you see his monster form,
and I've seen it through research for videos.
Beautiful. But then you see everything else.
All the shadow liners have really great suits.
Absolutely. It's also one of the reasons I like it.
So talking about villains, do you think Gigas will actually be a good bad guy?
Absolutely not. Without a shadow of a doubt, beyond my no. Bro, the other guy, his obsession was turning the planet to gold. What do you want from the show? No.
You know, at this point, I'm expecting Gigas to be Hotaro's dad.
Listen, I'm just saying, when a comedic show like ToQger can outdo your villain like leaps and bounds, and you're supposed to be the more relatively speaking serious show, come on.
But yeah, we need villains to be evil again. I just need that to be a thing. Just give me proper evil for the sake of being evil villains. Because I mean, I guess you could say Suiru to an extent in Geats, but even then, I was not feeling it.
Jeet did it better.
I mean, that was just his alt account, so
I know, but if that was just who he was proper, I would be okay with that.
Which I never got why he still stayed with like the classic toga wear of, you know, ancient Roman society. Like, why?
Yeah. Maybe he found it comfortable.
Change with the times.
Maybe he didn't like pants.
Someone said Gigas is Fuga. That would be a plot twist if Gigas was Fuga the entire time.
Oh, that would be nice. That would be cool.
Which would be weird because but then again, you look at the look of Kamen Rider Wind, and you look at Gigas.
Gold, black, red.
Might be the same guy.
Speaking of which, never seen Wind again after that debut.
Yeah, I like how they made a whole ass suit for one episode.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, we made a suit, a finisher. Yeah, you'll never see it again. Goodbye.
Yeah, Lactis can't get a good, proper, like, suit for her Valverade. Nah. We got to put the Monster Energy logo on that bitch.
No, yeah. We give the one-off guy the proper new suit.
Nothing else after that.
I'm not gonna lie, it could have been a retool of Wind, and I'd probably be pretty happy.
They got to do something with that suit. Like, they got to. It
is a good
please
suit.
Tell me they didn't make the suit literally so they can try selling the Alchemist driver even more. Because, of course, you know the Bandai curse. If it's a female-based writer, the toy doesn't sell well. So let's just make Wind so we can try selling it more by saying, hey, look at this other suit that's boyetic.
Just saying, Wind is such a good suit. Like, it is actually my favorite suit in Gotchard, I think.
It's a nice
On the
suit.
writers.
I just wish it was gold versus that off yellow orange thing they got going on now.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they couldn't even make Valorade like feminine. I was like, just Lactis is like the most feminine, like in that show.
Yep.
Yet she just gets base Valorade with Monster Energy. Like y'all could have changed the chest piece on there, maybe made like some more form fitting, like new white pants on there, something like that.
What if we get? I'm just throwing. I don't know why I'm throwing out Gavv like theories for whatever reason. What if we get Family Man, like nutritionist or something?
Then why is he eating all this junk food for his upgrades?
I
Are you saying for the bad guy?
Yeah.
That was something that I was theorizing as well. Was just like, what if the bad guy transforms using healthy foods? Like broccoli is like base form. Apple a day keeps the doctor away, just out there, just hitting them with like the organic foods. And it's just like, no, I'm gonna stay with all this junk food. This is brought to you by Juicy Gummies.
No.
Second writer is gonna transform using ordinancy.
No chocolate.
Nah, I'm using the actual sponsors that they usually use for Kamen Rider.
Oh, okay.
Proper ones. They'll bring back the Kamen cider for it. They'll literally fourth writer, not third, fourth writer is gonna be called Kamen cider. Kamen cider.
Yeah. What if it's Kamen Rider fourth meal?
They're gonna throw in a fifth writer, and it's gonna be Kamen Rider fasting. It's just gonna be skinny. Entire
Kamen
time.
Rider keto.
That'll be. I'd have to audition for the show. I'd have to be like, if there's one thing I'm known for is my hate of carbs.
You would just be on the lines with Toei, like, so you got to kill that guy and replace him with me.
Yeah. Look, I've been talking good stuff, wink, wink, about your stuff for like the last 3 years. You gotta put me in as a Kamen Rider Keto
right now.
Just do it. Even if I'm a villain, just do it. Just throw me in there.
I don't care if I'm a villain rider. Just I'm Keto.
Yep. And then I'm gonna steal this prop on my way out the door.
Just walks out with the entire thigh suit.
Yep. It's just like, hey, where's y'all's changing room where you guys keep all the story over there? Oh, nice.
There?
Cool.
Oh, you got Auto Vision too? He folds up. Okay, nice.
Y'all still got the boombox from the Fives like Hyper Battle video? Shit.
Going through customs with all that shit.
It'd be great. Kamen Rider Colgate, or how we call it in Spanish, Colgate, which is probably closer to how the Japanese would probably pronounce it. Colgate. Taco Bell. Oh my god. You know, someone, John, hyped me up on some Taco Bell nuggets. I went to so many Taco Bells looking for those nuggets. I could not find those nuggets anywhere.
What Taco Bell nuggets? Okay.
He mentioned that Taco Bell apparently was selling nuggets. I looked all over the place. Never heard of that. There is no Taco Bell nuggets anywhere around me.
It's probably in Texas, maybe. Just a Texas thing.
Man.
Oh.
Massively disappointed.
Oh, how much of this can I talk about? So I was helping a friend write their like Kamen Rider OC nonsense or whatever the hell. I don't know. But it was pretty interesting.
Fan fiction?
Like, they made like bug and vehicle themed riders. So like the main rider is like a grasshopper with like a land vehicle kind of theme. Secondary rider is like a dragonfly with like a flying vehicle kind of theme. And then the third tertiary rider would be a snail with like a nautical vehicle kind of theme.
Okay.
Yeah, it was just very interesting, and the names were just puns on different like parts of like the like what do you call it of the vehicles that would make them move. So you
I mean,
had like
the main writer stayed Gotchard because I mean Gotchard literally is that same concept.
what?
A grasshopper, land vehicle, a train still a land vehicle.
That is fair, I guess. Yeah.
I mean, it's a locomotive, but it's still.
It's a land vehicle. I know what you mean. Like it still travels the land. I guess. Yeah. They wanted to be like motorcycles specifically with the for the grasshopper because Kamen Rider and whatnot. Ichigo, Nigo, that whole thing. I found the name for the secondary rider was kind of interesting. It was like Tombine, like turbine and then Tamba. So I actually thought that.
Okay.
Yeah. I think it was Baxel or something like that for Baxel, but Axel, for the.
And that third writer, I mean, High Tide out here said, you talking about DreamWorks Turbo?
Yes, definitely. Except less racing on the ground and more racing on the seas, under the sea.
I mean, when I think of a snail, I don't think of a sea snail, but.
Well, the most dangerous snail is the sea snail. It has killed many people. It's like a hornet snail, cone snail. That's what it's called.
Plus, I don't think that would qualify as an insect, but because it's not.
Fair. I mean, I'll bring it up with them.
So,
the name for the snail was Cateller because propeller. Kata.
So it's gonna die. Cool, gotcha.
Kata Sumari. So that's the name of snails, I think.
Where's my Kamen Rider Aqua remaster? We still gotta wait some years until Kamen Rider Aqua becomes a real thing. And if we don't get Kamen Rider Aqua when that year hits, what year is it?
25? What?
No, what year is Kamen Rider Aqua was supposed to be?
No idea. Don't remember.
Let me see. 2051.
Oh, so we're halfway there. Only 26 more years to go. 27 years.
Great. I'll be dead.
I'll be dead.
I'll probably be dead as well.
All right.
So if we're whoever's alive,
you'll be old as shit. Just so you know.
Yeah. You will all in this chat be old as hell, old as sin.
I know the chat typically averages people in like their late teens, 20s.
Yeah, you're not gonna be dead. You'll be 60. You'll be fine.
Yeah, I'll probably still be dead.
I'll be dead for sure.
I have depression, high blood pressure, and I drink alcohol on a daily basis. I'm gonna be dead.
Listen, I ain't touching 50, and I know that for a fact.
Toku, you're gonna be in your 30. What? Are you 6 years old right now? How old are you?
You can't be in your 30s. You'd have to be like 12? 12 to barely be in your 30s. Like, you would have to be 12 just to be 39. Oh, 44. Geez, get out of here with that shit. Be in your mid-40s.
Yes, if Aqua's not the season during this era, then we riot. They gotta remake that suit because it'll probably be trash by then.
Damn. Guys,
but then I'm pretty sure they're gonna have all kinds of cool technology and shit, and they're gonna be like, really, we gotta make this.
Oh wait,
this is not gonna look cool.
Doxing your age doesn't really matter here. Okay, I still wouldn't do it, but yeah.
So yeah, Aqua, and I mean,
Yeah. I mean, I was never big into Aqua anyway.
I like the prospect of Aqua. It was definitely cool having technically a water powered Kamen Rider that was an like homage to Ichigo as opposed to taking in the wind power he needed to drive on the typhoon for a little bit and doing it on what was it, like a wave rider, a jet ski, whatever the fuck it was. Yeah. And then doing the same thing with hydropower, and I was like, that's a cool concept. Yeah, why is this already not a thing?
I would, if I had to pick like an else writer to get their own season, please give me a Century season. I want to see that.
I mean, that suits, like, gone.
Yes. Doesn't mean I don't want to see it.
They'd have to put the effort into remake it. But that'll also be like, 50 years from now. So we'll definitely be dead.
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
Well, yeah, because it would be 2071. So, yeah, I know I'll definitely be, like, deceased.
None of us here will be alive by then.
Unless healthcare gets amazingly affordable. There's no way.
Or, singularity hits, everyone's in a computer.
Then if that's the case, then they could just literally shit out these shows using VR.
Yeah.
They don't even have to cast anybody. They literally just
make them.
Kamen Rider Ginga. I was so hyped when Ginga like dropped because I thought they were actually gonna do shit in Geo with it, but then no, it was just Waz's final upgrade.
Oh yeah, I remember that. I was like, Ginga came out of nowhere.
When he came out of nowhere, I was just like, "Oh, is shit about to go down? Is this the day of Oma that they've been like hyping up this entire time?" Nah, it's just a Waz upgrade.
Oh right, the day of Oma to get Neo Trinity form. Yeah, that was interesting.
Yeah, that was. They were hyping that shit up since like episode 1. Yes. And I was like, that was the deepest, darkest. If I was reviewing shit, that would be the shit I would be speculating on nonstop. Was that because that's literally what I was doing,
and you would be so disappointed because
I was incredibly disappointed.
You would be disappointed for 2 reasons. Because guess what? This day of Oma not only had nothing to do with Geo getting his Oma powers, which should have been on that day, but it was also the same crossover special as Blade. Which, if you know, you know. So
yeah, no, it's.
I assume that would have been like you would be like, I hate the show. I'm dropping the show, leaving the show at that moment.
That was the straw that kind of broke the camel's back for me. Was that entire arc, if you could even call it an arc, because it was like 2 episodes.
We had White Wolves also debut in that arc.
Yeah. So whatever. It's whatever. So anything else happened these last 2 weeks? Anything happen in comics, Ash?
Ranger Academy is entering its final arc in August.
Already? So I feel like it just started.
I don't know if you've seen this. Now, let me find the press articles for it. Just give me one moment.
If it's okay with you guys, I'm gonna dip. I gotta get some sleep in for tomorrow.
What is sleep? Go for it.
Thank you.
I was gonna get Cloudy's reaction on Power Rangers Infinity.
All right, give it to me. What is this? What is this nonsense? I haven't caught up with the comics yet.
This is like comic that's coming out like the month after the comics, and I'll put it in the private chat.
All right, let me see the private chat.
Let me click here. If it'll go.
Oh.
What the fuck is this?
Zio, can you put that on screen?
A new team of Power Rangers rises at Boom. Okay, in the wake of Darkest Hour, DC superstar Sam Humphries and Acclaim. First of all, oh my god. What am I looking at? What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? Oh my god! It killed everything.
It killed me. I don't know what happened. It started with me.
Oh, I thought you just reacted so much that you're like, I'm dipping out. You can react to this on yourself.
No, I saw this and I was just like, what is this? Oh my god.
No.
I don't want this.
What is
Why is Tony
any
the
of
tiger
this?
here?
I think it's Tony the polar bear.
Tony the polar bear. Sorry, my bad.
It's a polar bear. Okay.
Okay.
Like even the suit designs don't do shit, and it's like it's not even hiding, I guess, their gimmick. One's literally a cheerleader. One's just wearing regular ass clothes and a fucking helmet, like it's a Halloween mask.
Is it just me, or is that Blue Ranger?
This is like a closet cosplayer. Like this is a cosplayer I pulled out of my closet. That type of thing.
This is giving me new Warrior vibes, and I don't like it. You know what I mean by new Warrior.
Yes.
I remember the controversy.
Yes, that ended up becoming a nothing thing afterwards because of the fallout.
Yeah.
So it never released because of the fallout, or
eventually it ended up getting just canceled in the background after the fallout of
okay.
Pretty much all the details regarding it. No one was liking it.
Yeah.
I smell right wingers pulling a grift with this one. But
Ash, pourquoi? Why?
Hey, you asked me if anything's going on with the comics. I responded.
Yeah, it feels like I took a flashback to 4 years ago in terms of all the content that was coming out then.
This hurts my soul.
What's the grandma?
Who's
this old lady here? Is this Miss Frizzle? Did they get Miss Frizzle out of retirement?
I will say this: the one cover art that kind of looks cool is the one in the top right, because that looks that looks interesting.
Because you can't tell what's going on here.
Yeah, it just looks like there's a beast like clawing on like a ranger helmet.
Yeah, because that's one of the Omega Rangers from the mainline comics.
Oh, so do they get transformed into these? Like what?
I don't know. It's just the press release is out. We know nothing about it.
All right, goodbye. Everyone have a good night.
Fans are already saying that out of the Power Ranger comic books that reference hockey goalies and Jane Austen, Power Rangers Infinity is the greatest of all time. What?
Who's sniffing copium?
What is even? I'm so. Ooh. We should have led with this. Why were you holding back on gold?
Why were you holding this, Mark?
Why were you holding back on gold?
Yes, this was. Know. Why do you, Ash? You should have start out with this.
I'm sorry.
It's fine. Damn. I still have to get some sleep. Damn.
Yeah, don't get these images out of your brain, Cloudy.
I don't know if I'll be able to go to sleep properly now. Thanks.
Yeah, I don't see this thing selling. I mean, comics are already not selling well.
Oh, no, I see it selling, but not much.
I mean, it's a one-shot, not a full-blown series, so a lot of people think that we are getting this series replacing the mainline one.
Oh. But they have it labeled as number 1.
I mean, they always do that for like a one-shot, don't they?
That for a one-shot.
It doesn't matter. Yeah. Oh, gross.
I know Mark's gonna get multiple of these because I know he's probably gonna think the resale value is gonna go dramatically high on this.
Through the moon. All right.
Yep. Get them stonks. As opposed to investing in GameStop. We invest in this.
Rangers Academy is like what? It's only been going on for like 8 months, right?
Almost a year. Ooh,
like Godzilla I said, it feels like it just started.
And Godzilla -1 is finally on Netflix.
Yes, it is on Netflix.
Yes.
I'll have to watch it.
You know what you should watch if you haven't already? Keep Up with Kaiju number 8. So good.
I'm keeping up with the dub because I have it
Yeah.
on when I'm cooking in the background.
Okay.
I just
It's
I'm
surprising.
watching trashy reality TV. Actually, not really so trashy. I'm watching Love Is Blind, but the Japan version of it now.
Okay.
I'm just look.
There's like wasn't there an American one that was like something about there was like an autism dating show or something like that?
Yeah, Love on the Spectrum. I think
Yeah,
it's
Love
called.
on the Spectrum. Yeah. Did you
I
see
didn't
that?
watch that one. I watched the one with that was with people with Down syndrome.
Was that not Love on the Spectrum?
I thought it was. It might be. I don't know. I watched it like a while back, and it was really wholesome.
Yeah, they tend to do these tastefully. You kind of have to. But yeah.
Yep.
How's Love Is Blind? What was that like?
Well, Love Is Blind is definitely a you get emotionally invested in some of these people, like in terms of what they're saying, and well, the American version is trashy as fuck.
But the Japanese version, that's where it's at.
Yes. Well, I'm just saying the way that they carry themselves. You see a different dynamic between how Americans carry themselves, especially when they do like their reveal to each other, versus how
Japanese
you would
do
see
it?
the Japanese people do it. A little bit more reserved and coming up to it. So,
Gotcha.
ever
Alright.
heard of Shipwreck 64? I have not heard of Shipwreck 64. I don't know what that is.
All right. I'm gonna leave you by yourself, Zio. Good luck. Good night.
Okay, I guess it's just me now.
Yes, it's just you by yourself.
I'm here, but I'm dying.
Coughing up a storm.
Yeah.
It's okay. I mean, it's almost 12 o'clock anyway, so
Mm.
we ain't really got much.
Yeah. But we made it go for nearly 3 hours, so that was something.
We did.
Mhm.
I mean, 2 weeks with not much to really go on. Besides this one shot that I'm just like, I'm still looking at the images. I'm just like, this is crazy. Crazy what they got going on there. Outside of that, what else happened? Didn't Austin St. John plead guilty to them funds?
Yeah, he pleaded guilty.
Damn. Well,
which is funny because he pleaded innocent 2 years ago.
but I guess now he had to swear on the Bible.
Yeah, it's one in the Bible.
Yep. Couldn't do it. Couldn't do it to old Jesus. Couldn't let that man down. You know, Jesus didn't tap.
I should have not laughed. I should have not laughed.
Listen, if you know, you know, but that was definitely a running thing ages ago.
Mm-hmm.
But
I think I've still got some of that clothing line with the Green Ranger on there.
Let's see what else. I don't think I can top that joke. That was I don't think I got anything else to top that one. But outside that, look, you know, it's been a fun stream back getting into the grind of things with these TokuTonics.
Yep.
Hopefully we got some proper news next week. Obviously, we didn't do any recap regarding Boonboomger, Gotchard, and anything like that because, of course, we got several weeks to catch up on, and part of that content was just when it comes to Gotchard in general. Though I'm gonna try doing another Gotchard catch up soonish because after this current arc ends, it might be time. Yep. At least in terms of the crossovers that King-Ohger had, you definitely got to watch the choreography one. It's good, it's funny, and it's gonna leave you upset by the end.
Really?
Because
okay.
of the stupid shenanigans at the end.
More shenanigan-y than the Don Brothers one, or?
I would say the shenanigan at the end, I was just like, really now? And of course, you've seen all of choreography now, right?
Yes.
And you're okay. Definitely remember some character faces. That's all I'm gonna say. Because yeah, they pull some shit that I'm just like, y'all fucking up.
Mhm.
Y'all fucking up on here. But yeah, I'm probably gonna end up like doing a combo review when it comes to everything related to the King-Ohger like versus films as well as the director's cut, put it all into one thing, kind of like when I did the Dombros like post content thing. I'll do the same thing with King-Ohger when I get to it, and I got to buy some props. So yeah. But here's hoping that we get something new, considering we are now entering June, so it is peak time for a lot of things Gavv related to start leaking out proper. Maybe a suit, maybe a press conference, maybe properly who is the staff involved in it.
Yep.
Then yeah, we will break it down, talking about it here, because June is that time. It is that time. But outside of that, what you got to promote, Ash?
Videos. I did my review for MMPR The Return issue 4. Big finale. Really freaking good. Go read that comic, everyone.
Nice. And for me, I've got check out the live stream I did yesterday on YouTube, my birthday stream.
I saw a little bit of it. I was at work in the coffee shop. I saw you were streaming when I checked YouTube.
Yep, out there doing that Toku Slap compilation. Took an hour long. I am now the big 3-5 and the 5s because I got 35. So I'm at it now. Literally can no longer check the what was it, the 18 to 34 checkbox when it comes to demographic. I'm now the 35 to 49 demographic. Great. I'm now in that side of demographics. So yeah, that's the fun thing about it all. But hey, it comes with age. And with age sometimes comes experience and how you handle things regarding a lot of different aspects. But
yeah,
it is what it is. Does my hip hurt yet? No. I do a lot of walking, even though I drive a lot. I still go out to the park any day that I can to get some laps in, do a lot of the exercises that they have set up on the way. Do some Monster Hunter now because I'm still playing that game. My Monster Hunts. So, but yeah, you can check out that live stream as well as any future content that I've got. Check out the Twitch because, of course, I do live streams on there every Saturday and Sunday where we watch shit, and the Discord if you want to join the cesspool of madness that goes on in there. But yes, that's it. We will catch you all next time. Until then, bye.
Bye.